Scott. The game's to be sold, not told. So we finna keep everybody broke. They say time is money. They say money talk. I ain't got no time to waste it. You ain't got no time. Out and about, out chasing paper. The streets of my house, and the house always wins like Vegas. Never down for the count. Second win, second nature. Found mine. Never had my hands out. Fuck favors. By design, everything tailored. In my youth, it was shell toes, no Chuck Taylors. We choke game, had a game show. It's still the same code game, so it's still the same code. We all pay the cost, pay dues. Move with the mind state that I can't lose. On the grind, push a hard line with my linemen. Back when I was young, they said it's all about timing. Feel it's my time, all the stars are aligning. I'm a diamond in the rough, couple cuts got me shining. This game you cannot cop on consignment. In the field, all we do is execute assignments. The game should be sold, not told. So we finna keep everybody broke. They say time is money, they say money talk. I ain't got no time to waste, you ain't got no time to talk. The game should be sold, not told. So we finna keep everybody broke. They say time is money, they say money talk. I ain't got no time to waste, you ain't got no time to talk.
First, we get into this paper. See, I want it all, plus some UNDERDOG acres, a lot of alcohol, few dad bags of paper. Run this shit like a ship and I'm the sailor. Cold, kinda like it's fresh up out the freezer. Cold, if she ain't talking bread, I don't need her. Soon as I meet her, I'm a fucker, then I leave her. It's the old Mac needs, treat them all like bottom feeders. Break it down slow for them folks that don't know. I'm a seasoned vet, black belt out the dojo. With a wide range of weapons, so I'm out the holster. Keeping all options open, so many ways that I can fold ya. Told you from the gate, never been about no play. Get it on the go, they never been known for no delay. The game should be sold, not to be told. Keep your mouth shut, don't have to break the mold. Mac needs.
Break the work down, it's fence the move. Push that work out, I distribute. Break the work down, it's fence the move. Push that work out, I just distribute. A young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the foreign or I'm hopping out the Uber. Crew clocking chips opposite of you losers. Can't be broke as a joker, got no sense of humor. Just a young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the foreign or I'm hopping out the Uber. Crew clocking chips opposite of you losers. Can't be broke as a joker, got no sense of humor.
I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. You know I'm the boy, get money's what I'm used to.
Keep you straight from the gate, so I don't confuse ya. I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. I'ma make noise, shout to my producer. I'm an entertainer, but I ain't here to amuse ya. Yeah, I fuck with shooters and they all fucking users. Come through, wake that ass up like a rooster, hella early in the morning. Early bird gets a worm. Finna get rich for 'em, food for the worms. Cutting cocaine, dropping whole things. It's a cold game, make you run your gold chain. Hungry, but I'm moving in a keto state. For sure, I beat the price on the keys in your state. Catch me running up a tire, fucking up a bag. Make me wonder how long will a good thing last. On my Curtis Mayfield, live a life I can't chill. Push a man, pushing packs, all I do is make squeal. Keep it 100, I'm just numb, yo, I can't feel none of these suckers when they say they real. Stacking Uber cash, I'm an out-of-state supplier. Random Uber man here to get away drive. Just a young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the foreign or I'm hopping out the Uber. Crew clocking chips opposite of you losers. Can't be broke as a joker, got no sense of humor. Just a young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the
ready, Jerry?
I'm ready.
Just want to make sure you're ready, brother.
Show me the money.
Oh, you didn't know? Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
Put my shoes on, you wouldn't last a mile. Summertime, wintertime, I'm on the grind. Yeah, I got the ring, I'm the champ, I'm the genie of the lamp.
This is the gift I was given, so I just live by my hustle.
My pocket, it don't make sense, but don't make a profit. It's all a hustle, ladies and homies. Make money, money.
It's hard out here for a pill. Really tryna get this money for the real.
I want to find a thing to save my life, so I hustle.
It ain't over for me. No, it ain't over for me.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Show me the money!
Okay, let's go smoke that joint.
What up, fantasy football hustler, back at you. What is going down, peeps? Week 5, OverReaction Monday. Let's get it. I want to hear some big time overreactions. Throw them in the chat. Doesn't matter what it is. Let's get some overreactions going. Let's see who's up in the chat with us. Derek, salute. Hey, there goes Dr. Bogey. Bakes a lot in the house. Say good morning, my brothers. Wake and Bake Monday. Purple cereal milk. Let's smoke a bowl. All right, I got some Tyson 2.0. Sour D. Niner MMA said, I'm just happy Kelsey seems okay. We'll talk about that when we get to the injuries. Oh, man. What up, Devo? Devo in the house. Dion in the house. What up? He said, Monday Night Miracles. Anyone to need 100 points out of Dubs and Quay Walker to stay undefeated in best ball. Oh, man. Tall order there, my friend. Tall order there. Where the hell? There you go. Get a lighter. Let's smoke it up. What up, Charter? What up, Dennis? Let's see. Emil, so what up? It's Thanksgiving weekend here. All right. Canadian Thanksgiving. Shout out. Dion said, salute to all the dads in the chat to take care of their own and do it. Something is fucked too, and we the goats. Yeah. Hell yeah, Dion. You ain't lying. Cesar benched Hall and more. Still won. Let's go. Niner said, Greg Wilson is not startable. Garrett Wilson, right? That's what I'm assuming. And there goes Dr. Bogey. Hey.
Said, you have the golf course,
And Niner MMA said they can't score like nerds in high school.
Nowadays, I bet you the nerds get more pussy than the gangsters.
I mean, OverReaction Monday, though.
Nerds be on there like, you know what I mean? Typing away and shit. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, for OverReaction Monday, fuck, I mean, Broncos are like the worst team in the NFL, right?
I think it's about, so they're 1-4. This is about that time they start going, all right, we don't want to win anymore, and let's go see what we got with Marvin Mims and Jaleel White, McLaughlin, Steve Urkel's son himself, right?
There's only one team with a worse record than them right now, and that is the 0-5 Panthers.
And like the Panthers are really going to look at Marvin Harrison Jr., you know what I mean?
Yeah. What do you think? I mean,
if it was to stand right now.
What do you think about the T. Higgins, though? I mean, I know we would not like that for this year, but what do you think about that? How we've heard just multiple times. I mean, first it was who was the first person that they said? It was someone before Higgins.
Hollywood Brown.
Yeah, there you go, Hollywood Brown. You really think they're going to go try to make a move on a wide receiver now? Like somewhere before the trade deadline? Like not this second?
I mean, at the end of the day, it's if you give up a second and maybe even a first, bro, like a future first and a second.
Chase Claypool was worth a second. You think those guys?
So it'd be like a 1 and a 3, maybe a 1 and a player in return. You know, I know it sounds like minuscule, but like if they probably receive Higgins and a pick and send back, receive Higgins and send back a pick and like Marshall. Because for what it's worth, Terrence Marshall, you know, Joe Burrow could be like, "Give me my guy," because that 60 touchdown pass season that Burrow had in his last year of college.
Yeah,
Terrence Marshall was a part of that squad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Everyone was really hyped on him coming out. Hasn't been shit in the NFL. And Dion said, dude, Jets would have blown them out if they could just capitalize in the red zone. I know, right? How many field goals did they kick yesterday? Because what they have, did they only have what other touchdown did they score? Was it just the Brees one touchdown that they scored and the rest were field goals?
Didn't he have like another like 70-yard? Didn't he have like 2 big house calls?
We only had one. He only had one touchdown.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm even looking at. I don't even see if there was any other touchdowns scored. I remember if defense did one, but I see the Greg the Leg. I mean, 5 for 5 on his kicks.
Where's he at now?
What's it called? Jets.
Oh, okay. So, what year is it?
2020. When was Greg the Leg good? 2018. That's when it is.
Oh, okay. Because I swear in 2018 they were like, "It's our year, Greg the Leg."
It's gonna get us all the way there. Emil said, "I think T. Higgins lands with the Giants." Man, I hope not.
Oh, my bad. Greg the Leg didn't go to the Cowboys until what, 2020?
Something like that. I can't remember.
That's right. The Leg was with Legatron. He was with the Rams first. That's right.
Yeah, for sure. Because I'm pretty sure he was there 2018 when they went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
could be mistaken. And man, I hope T. Higgins doesn't go to the Giants, Emil.
Well, here's the thing: the Giants could be thinking about one of those too. Like, hey, you know, we can go get ourselves a young receiver. You know, maybe they really don't have Saquon Barkley. What if, you know, they go ahead and fucking pull up a first round running back? I know it'd be really stupid, and I don't see Brian Daboll doing that either. But I mean, look at where we're going into week 6. There's already teams that can start. They're starting to activate that other plan they don't want to activate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. What are the Giants? They're 0 for, right?
No.
They beat somebody.
Yeah. Who'd they beat? Didn't they beat the Cardinals?
You're right.
I'd say one.
And you know who the Cardinals beat?
Cowboys.
You know who beat both of them at the same time? You never seen it. It was an unprecedented Arizona Giants. They had to morph together, and they couldn't even stop the Niners, bro.
You know what's funny about people saying that was an NFC Championship preview? All that was hella disrespect to the Eagles, like who are 5-0 right now, and who didn't lose to the Cardinals.
Well, you know what's funny about like how we encounter the type of Cowboy fans that, like, you know, that are out there in the world. You know, some of them are analysts too, like on NFL Network and on Fox Sports and all that. You know what I mean? How about them Cowboys? And, like, you know what I mean? There's a lot of loud talking heads that are on that shit. Skip Bayless. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
I forgot to watch it this morning, but because it comes on like at 6 in the morning. I woke up and just forgot, but I like watching Skip the BS. I only watched a couple episodes last week, but that shit is funny, bro, because Richard Sherman and Skip, like, I'd pay for that.
What, they have really good banter back and forth?
Yeah, because Richard Sherman's like highly intelligent, Stanford grad, and he knows his shit. And he loves the Niners because, like, you know, he wanted to come to the Niners with Jim Harbaugh. He eventually came there with Saleh, who Saleh was there in Seattle with him. So, you know what I mean? It came full circle. And, like, you don't see him talking about the Seahawks when he's on these streams or whatever. You know what I mean? He's banging the Niners. You know what I'm saying? So like this morning, I'm sure he was going in on Skip, and Skip probably had this. I bet you Skip like pulls the list out. This is the things that went against us. Like it's never the Cowboys' fault for Skip. You know what I mean?
Man, so how about some overreaction to the standings? So right as it sits right now in the AFC, there's 0 undefeated teams, and there's 2 teams that have 1 loss, and that's the Dolphins and the Chiefs. See how do we overreact to the Bills right now? It seemed like after last week's just crazy dub over the Dolphins and just like controlling the entire game. And then you go and get whooped on by the 3-2 Jags, who are at the head of their division. How much do you overreact on the Bills?
It's not much of an overreaction. It's more like a reminder that Josh Allen tends to play to the competition. Week 1 against the Jets, he plays down to them, you know. Then there's the game against the Raiders where it's like, okay, he doesn't necessarily play down the competition if the defense is extremely shreddable, right? But then there's the Jags, and you could say, oh, because their biorhythms are off, they're in London, and we can say all kind of shit, but he just played down the competition, you know what I'm saying? And when the and Trevor and them, this is what kills me, is they were really putting the foot on the gas pedal. And then you see Josh Allen start to play to the competition, right? He started to come back in the end, but it's like, yo, where's that out the gate? You know what I mean? Where's the adjustments? I don't know. And yeah, but I don't necessarily worry too much about them, except for then they lose Milano for the season. You know, that's a big hit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They lost Tre'Davious White. You know what I'm saying? So for fantasy, if I'm the Bills, I want them to have to throw more and disguise the fact that they got a vulnerable defense on 2 levels of their defense. Really, you know what I mean?
And I want to overreact to the AFC North as well right now. So here's what is super crazy about the AFC North. The Ravens are the only ones who've actually scored over there. I mean, I know the Browns have only played 4 games or whatever, but Ravens are the only ones who've scored over the 100 points in the 5 games. And Steelers and the Bengals very uncharacteristically have given up over 100 points each over there. Super uncharacteristic of
the Steelers one doesn't surprise me, but it also doesn't help when I think the Niners put up a 30 burger on them, 30 burger plus some.
I mean, they've given up more points than the Ravens have scored. And the Ravens are the high scorer in that division right now.
Call me crazy, but as long as Joe Burrow gets his shit back into gear, they're going to win that division. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. I took a good look at the Ravens. They look like they're still trying to adjust to this new system. Their offensive line is in absolute shambles.
Yeah,
so,
that's what
you know what I mean? It's not helping Lamar be able to work this offense. You know what I mean? He might know their offense really well. Just can't execute shit though when there's somebody in your face all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you got no weapons out there.
Hey,
Flowers is good.
Yeah,
Andrews is good.
He's right.
No run game.
None.
Then you got Bateman.
Hey, wait a second. Lamar runs.
Well, you know what I'm talking. I'm talking about running backs in the run game. But yeah, I think that the North is anybody's division over there. I think that one is going to be survival of the healthiest. Whoever can stay the healthiest will probably end up running away. Seems like a dogfight. And how about, let's jump over to the NFC. And let's see over here. So we don't even got to talk about the West. We don't got to talk about the East. South is pretty trash. What about?
We can talk about it all, bro. There's
no.
NFC is pretty interesting. Considering that I thought it was going to be boring.
No, it's not. You got the Eagles, you got the 49ers, and then you got the NFC North and NFC South. NFC North. This is the shocker.
I just realized why it interests me.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course. So this is
very interested in the fact that my Niners are undefeated.
This is the shocker to me of the NFC North and the NFC South. And what's crazy, actually, the one thing in the NFC West, all teams have scored over 100 points over there. There's only, I think, 2 divisions. Yeah, there's only 2 divisions in the NFL that every single team in the division have scored over 100 points. And that's the NFC West. No surprise with the way that the Rams have kind of been handling biz. And the Cardinals putting up points. But the NFC North has also done that. Even the Green Bay Packers have not even played their 5 games. And they already have 100 points for over there. Who do you think is you think anybody is going to be able to compete with the Lions? It was the Lions coming in this year, who everybody thought was the favorite.
I mean,
got 2 1-4 teams over there.
I mean, it's fucked up to say that no one could compete with the Lions over there, because it's like it's still golful and it's still like okay, let's not pretend that they weren't at home. Like, they're very good at home. On the road, they get all like wonky and shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I think the David Montgomery acquisition in the offseason is hella importante for them. You know what I mean? Because like now when you go on the road, you just put it on the back of fucking Monty. You know what I mean?
Zoo Crew came in here and said, "I'm just here to say Lions to the Super Bowl."
Let's go. Lions in the fucking and the Niners NFC Championship, bro.
But here's the tale of 2 divisions. So in the NFC West, I mean, only 2 teams have given up more than 100 points. In the NFC North, every single team has given up over 100 points, except the Packers, who haven't played this week but have given up 96 points. Because the Bears, I mean, they've scored over 100. They've scored over 100 points. They've scored 115 points, but they've given up 157 points on the season. I mean, that's going to be up there, you know, with amongst the league leaders in points given up.
And when it comes to Detroit, actually, first of all, when it comes to the Raiders tonight, right? I think the Packers can hold them at 3 points.
I mean, it's possible. It's possible. Raiders are at
home. I'm Johnson.
Man, we've seen the Raiders have some pretty bad games out there. But,
I think the Raiders can shellac the Packers this week. Like they have it in them with Josh Jacobs to like run all over this team that can't stop the run. So there's that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I do still think that's pretty impressive, though. 2 divisions having over 100 points scored. Because look, you look at the Jets. I mean, they haven't scored 100 points. The Patriots have only scored 55 points this year. 5 games, you're averaging 11.25 points a game. Ouch.
Look at this too. Like,
they're the worst team in the NFL.
I mean, and when does Belichick start to be like, okay, because they bench Mac Jones at the end of the game again. Like,
it's been like the 3rd quarter. So I mean, when you're already losing like 35-0 or whatever the fuck it is, like, I mean, might as well, right? Like, it doesn't even matter him being in the game.
Because it's like, look, 20, 21, 22, 23. They could move on from him.
Mac Jones isn't the problem. I mean, let's be honest. Like, he's looked shitty out there, but I mean, that line, horrible. It might be one of the worst in the NFL. They have, like, Juju is like their best receiver out there, and like he doesn't even belong in that system. Probably doesn't want to be there. Their best player is Hunter Henry, and like he's so easy to scheme against. What up, stranger? What up, Marco? We're having Overreaction Monday. Throw some overreactions from week 5 in here. And Chase said Belichick hot seat. No, but what about Belichick just quitting? Like retiring?
I think you'll see them pull layers off of him. For example, like they won't fire him, but they might remove the GM duties. You know what I mean? And that would be insane to me, but like it's just not working anymore for him as the GM.
I think everything was like real nice as a GM when you had a couple pieces who wanted to like stay loyal to the team, and you had always like at least one halfway decent wide receiver who was like a team guy, whether it was the Wes Welker, Julian Edelman, whatever. And like, yeah, Tom Brady,
Jacoby Myers, you know what I mean, guys like that. Then they bring in Juju, who I thought was supposed to be that guy.
And I wonder if Juju's is he not getting the playbook? Does he not want to be there? And it's just like, you know, just going through the motions.
Did he do a fucking TikTok dance that fucking really pissed off Belichick or something?
Yes, this is ugly. This is ugly. And Emil said no excuses for Mac Jones. I mean, I'm just saying Mac Jones isn't the biggest problem with that. I'm not saying Mac Jones is, that we can't talk shit about him. We definitely can. He's throwing interceptions out there. He's not making good reads. But you have no weapons out there, and your offensive line is absolutely terrible. So that's not giving Mac Jones an excuse. That's just calling a spade a spade. Because they're bad. They have the least amount of points scored in the NFL right now. That's insane to me.
And it's kind of it was crazy because it's a little fugazi when you saw them in the first week against the Eagles put up yards and points, but then 5 weeks later you realize, well, the Eagles are letting everyone do that to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because that's one thing that changed for the Eagles defense is that like you clearly see the change with their coordinator gone. Like, it's not like they're bad, but they're still trying to work that thing. You know what I mean?
And Chauncey Gardner-Johnson not being there makes a difference. And then what have they lost? I mean, I know they got Bradbury back this week, but he was gone for multiple weeks, and that hurt them because he was like their number 2 cornerback.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's the number 2. And then there's the age factor for like a Slay and for a Bradbury. Like, they're not young.
No.
But they're very good.
Damn. They almost moved on from both of them, remember?
Mm-hmm.
They were super close. But
yeah, they even drafted a young corner.
They would have been horrible if they would have moved on from both of them.
They definitely drafted. I mean, they have the replacements for their front. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
because they have Jordan Davis and fucking Jalen Carter, and you know what I mean.
Yep.
They have the next wave of dude, Nakobe Dean.
Yeah, they definitely got the hitters on defense, and at the end of the day, defense really does win championships. And you're not, I mean, unless you're the fucking Chiefs, you can get away with having like a pretty mediocre defense and winning.
I mean, and isn't that crazy? Because it's the same defensive coordinator, Steve Spagnuolo, that fucking won it with the Giants twice, right?
Yeah.
Being like, and I guess he had a defense when he was with the Giants, right? I mean, that's kind of what held them. It's kind of the inverse, right?
Yeah.
Back then when he was with the Giants, it was the defense that held them up.
Oh, yeah.
Could keep him in the game.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Eli's setting like interception records over there. Lucky the fucking defensive line was just like straight savages. Marco said Kyle Pitts MVP.
Nope.
And ASD said, hey, guys, would you pick up Rashee Rice and drop Palmer? I want to pick up Rashee Rice. I mean, we see that they're getting him involved a little bit more. Like, they went to him multiple times in the red zone there, in the green zone.
And this goes back to week 1, too.
Yeah, for sure. They drafted him second round, like, I mean, all these other guys haven't really like worked out who are in front of them right now, as far as like being an actual like
X receiver, like an X receiver too, like a guy who can go deep, a guy who could, go short, red zone target, possession look, like, where Sky Moore is like destined to be a slot guy only, Kadarius Toney, gadget motherfucker, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, MVS, rotational guy, just runs the go route, basically, you know what I mean? And like occasional red zone target. And that's what Rice should be able to like overtake all those guys, I would assume. I mean, it's hard to bank on it, bro. And then I hope we don't see another week of it. We're like, okay, who is it going to be now? Because like we might have no Kelsey for a week,
Yeah, potentially. And let's go see. I wonder if they put I wonder if we got percentages up. We got percentages up. He only played 30% of the snaps. That's the thing that sucks.
I felt good when I saw Killer Clowns put him in his lineup against me, and then he scored. I was like, oh no. Oh no.
And Stranger said OverReaction would be proclaiming Burrow fully back. I know, right? That would be awesome. He looked like he was back. That's for sure. I mean, we even saw the play where the whole what's it called? The whole pocket was collapsing, and he ran. He just ran for it. Didn't even hesitate. Was off to the race.
It was a zero coverage. They sent everybody. He got up out of there. I like that.
Yeah, that was good to see. And and how about giving Jamar Chase 192 yards and 3 touchdowns? That was really nice.
He was like, man, DJ Moore, sit your ass down. Your ass down, DJ Moore. You know what I'm saying? Let me just sit your ass down.
Just in case anybody thought that it was going to be Fields and DJ Moore that were the dopest stack. Burrow and Chase said, hold the beers real quick.
Isn't it week 5? This is where we come alive, bro. I told y'all week 5, motherfuckers.
Man, Savage Jeremy said Caleb Williams to the Cowboys. See, like, this is a crazy overreaction because this would mean that the Cowboys, like, don't win any more games.
Yeah, but also that means, like, they trade. They would have to trade up, and then the Cowboys should be rooting for, like, Carolina or something. Like
well, I'm saying the overreaction is that the Cowboys are so trash, they don't win another game from here. So they literally go 3-14, and then they're in the mix, would still have to trade up because there's going to be someone with a less than 3-14.
They're gonna get it, bro. They're gonna. I mean, they're gonna be a wild card for sure. You know what I mean?
I don't know about for sure. They should be.
NFC so wide.
Because I want to overreact right now. That's why the Cowboys look pretty trash.
I mean, I think okay, all right. You want to overreact? All right, listen, bro. They have their future right in that building with them.
Oh,
they just won't take a chance on romance tonight. Lance is over there like just letting his hair blow in the wind. You can see the receding hairline all crazy. He's just like,
he's rocking the sports bra practice still
with the stars on it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Derek said Lance is trash.
Hey, you don't disrespect your future. All right. You pay good money.
That's what's crazy about the NFC. Because, Cowboys should be in there at one of those spots. But it's like right now, it's like, Seahawks are 3-1. I mean, they're going into their bye. They're coming out of their bye looking pretty good.
And they beat up. Well, they didn't beat them up, but they beat, a team that probably should be undefeated right now in the Lions.
Yeah. And how do we have 3-win teams? Three-win teams in the NFC South. Like, that's a little bit wild right now because the Vikings and the Bears both 1-4. Giants at 1-4 don't surprise me.
But what sucks if you're in the NFC South is that, like, it's good and bad. It's good because, like, man, you have a real chance to win that division. It's real bad because, like, it's gonna be hard. It could be a wild card if you don't win that division. You mean?
Yeah, for sure. I still think they're probably going to produce 2 teams over there.
I think a wild card team's probably like at least 10 wins.
Potentially. You look at all the teams right now. All the teams that we're thinking of as wild card teams are like 3-win teams as of right now. Mm-hmm. Packers, we'll see. It depends on if they win or lose tonight. 3-2 versus 2-3 looks a little bit different in week 5, especially with all these teams that have 3 wins.
If there's a team, this is really ugly right here. It might be, and it's not even an overreaction. This is how I feel. If there's a team organizationally has a pedigree to get into the playoffs without their former star QB, it would be the Packers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They just haven't been healthy. You know what I mean? And their line's bad. That's probably not going to change, but
yeah.
Yeah. And, like guys like Max Crosby can really just fuck up all the plans that they have on a week-to-week basis, right? Because the pass rushers are getting at Jordan Love, you know what I mean? But if they start to scheme to get that ball out and you know what I mean, and be able to, figure out their makeshift run game, which would probably be through the air these days. Like I don't see Aaron Jones being like, a 700-yard rusher this year, but he probably put up like 700 through the air if he stays healthy, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And see, what's crazy about the AFC is like the Jets are kind of still in it, even though they have like 2 wins. But I think we all just think it's going to be the Dolphins and Bills out of there. It's going to be the Chiefs out of the West. See, out of the South, shit, as of right now, it's kind of still anybody's game, but I'm sure most people are thinking Jags or the Colts right now. But all teams are either 3-2 or 2-3. Not a lot of separation. And that's what's crazy. The Chargers, man, we just get like different Charger looks like all the time. They're 2-2. So they just stay even keel on the bye. And man, like the North is just going to beat up on each other. That's the thing that kind of hurts them, is they're all just going to beat up on each other. So they might only produce, I mean, they're probably going to produce 2 teams over there in the playoffs.
I don't know, man. The Vikings don't look like they're doing it. And if anything, they probably.
I don't know, the AFC North.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, the Ravens is just, that's another one of those teams where it's like, I just feel like they make their way in there. And then you could also say that for the Steelers, but just judging on the way the NFC or the AFC North looks in its entirety, like the Steelers, they're not far behind any of them motherfuckers. Neither is the Bengals. But, obviously, right now, who do you think wins that division?
The North?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be the Ravens.
I still think it's the Bengals, bro. I think they go on a nice little tear here.
You're going to have to.
Yeah.
Really the only ones right now who like are looking good in the points for and points against category are the Ravens. Nobody else has been scoring over there. And I guess everyone except the Browns has been giving up points, but the Browns aren't scoring either. But we're gonna see. It's gonna be all about the health. And it doesn't look like the Bengals need Higgins that much right now. So
they need him for sure.
Well, they need him for sure, but I mean they look pretty nice over the Cardinals. I mean everyone does except for the Cowboys. Man, Cardinals, they play the Rams this week coming up. That is gonna be awesome. And let's see. Oh, going to be a tough defensive matchup between the Niners and the Browns. Chargers and Cowboys on Monday Night Football. That's cool.
I like that it's on Monday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Ooh, Vikings and the Bears, the 1-4s going up against each other there.
And Chicago, I mean, Minnesota might drop this one to Chicago, bro.
I mean, they're in Chicago. It could happen. And oh man, Panthers going up against the Dolphins. I don't think they'll be going 1-5 or whatever it is.
You know what's crazy? The Giants had 3 turnovers on them, and they sacked them up a couple times too. Yeah, I'm talking about the Dolphins. Like that was, you know what I mean? And like, I think that's what. And then look at when you have a team with good or just any pass rush. You know what I mean? Just try to get 2 off his mark or whatnot, fuck up the timing of shit. I mean, because that's what the Bills did a week prior to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's something that could be like detrimental to them in the long run. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I know it sounds ugly, but like, say they played a team like the Steelers, right? Who could just constantly get at them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, their secondary is really weak, and it's a mismatch for the Tyreek and Waddles. But like, okay, how about this? Look at the Bills. The Bills, what do they do every year? Lose in the playoffs. Like, is that not a playoff preview? Lightweight, Jags, Bills, like that could be something that we see in the playoffs.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah, if the Bills are a wild card and say they.
That's the thing. The Bills always lose because they're. There's probably a little bit on the offense also, because it's a little bit easier to scheme digs when you're talking some of the best defenses in the league. But it's always the Bills' defense that screws them over. And now you're talking about in back-to-back weeks, they just lost 2 of their best pieces on defense. Potentially. We don't know if Milano's out for the season, but everything that they're saying, it does not sound good. Does not sound good.
They don't.
And one of the reasons why I'm never going to say the Bengals is because they need to earn it, man. Bengals need to earn it. I put that money on Joe Burrow to win the MVP. He better be pissed. He better be trying to come back and turn like literally everything around. But he's got some weeks before he can.
He went for over 300. If he just goes on a 300 streak, he's really making a case here.
Oh, yeah. They gotta be winning their division, and they gotta be competing for the number 1 seed.
I mean, they gotta win out. Basically, it's gonna be tough.
I mean, I don't think they have to win out. I mean, 3 losses, like more than likely, it's gonna be. I don't know. Do you think?
How many times do you think the Chiefs lose this year, even as ugly as they're looking like?
I think Patrick Mahomes has to go above and beyond, even if they do. Like for him to win it again.
MVP.
Yeah, I feel like to go back to back, it's like you have to outproduce or at least close to it. Something. He just doesn't look better right now.
The touchdown leaders usually get in the fucking in the conversation. Like last year, when he had 45 or something like that.
I believe so.
I mean, yeah, and then he had the 5 foul wow. And then, then there was the fact that he had no Tyreek Hill for that year. And, that kind of weighs in people's mind. Like, wow, look what he did without Tyreek. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This year, it's like he already did all that.
I know. Okay, he's a shoo-in for the MVP. You want to know why?
Taylor Swift?
No. If he's able to win with Kadarius Toney on their team.
Man, that's like
it's fucking amazing.
That's a huge accomplishment.
It
really is.
I was gonna say, give me the drive, man. Like, right on cue.
It's funny, not throwing little shots at the Cowboys. How the Cowboys couldn't handle the Cardinals. Derek said, "Whatever, Huss."
Hey, man, it happened, bro.
I know, it's just facts, man. It's all right. Doesn't define the season.
It's like the hum is like sky's blue, bro, and I'm like, no, it's sky blue. Okay. It's just the truth.
Cowboys just got to play at home because it's away from Jerry World where they don't really do the best. When they're at Jerry World, I mean, they're undefeated in 2023 so far.
A Yeti's World,
but now they're going to LA. Not going to be in Jerry's World.
They're on the West Coast.
Yeah,
they're back in prime time because they're Cowboys. Who's back in prime time again this week? We got the Cowboys and the Chargers Monday.
Got Giants and Bills, and then
why are the Giants in prime time again, man?
No idea. They can't flex it this early. They can't just change it around.
I mean, they had multiple Thursdays, right? Multiple Thursday nighters. So
yeah,
against the Cardinals, and I mean, they played the boys on a Sunday.
This actually is like really weak of like a slate like this week. Like you tell me even if any games deserve to be above this one. So we got the Ravens and Titans, Panthers and Dolphins.
And they're in London again, right?
Oh yeah, they are.
So London, or is it Germany, or where are they at?
I mean, it's a 6:30 game. So wherever the hell they're at. Let's see. So we'll change that around. So Panthers and Dolphins, Saints and Texans, Commanders, Falcons, Colts, Jags, Seahawks, Bengals, Vikings, Bears, 49ers, Browns, Patriots, Raiders.
That's a good one.
What?
49ers, Browns?
Potentially. Lions, Bucks, Cardinals, Rams, Eagles, Jets.
I hate that we're playing the number one ranked defense coming off of a bye week. It's annoying.
And Deshaun Watson, motherfucker. Got to be going up against the 49ers.
We're gonna send the house at him, or at least just Bosa.
Yeah,
Drizzy, Drake, Jackson. We're gonna debut Randy Gregory. He's gonna be in rotation. That's awesome, actually.
South Coast 650 said 49ers gonna wax the Browns.
Me, I'm just listening. It's gonna be a very hard fought battle. The best team will emerge the winner. How about that?
Ooh, I like it. Peacock said Spencer's coming on the huddle to talk Saints and Texans. Let's go. Let's go. And I want to see. I want to see the rivalry come through in you two guys as well with this.
Two of the
nicest
guys ever.
I don't want to see two nice reverse jinxes, happening out there. I want.
It's funny though. If you tell Spencer bring that fire, whoa, doggy, my Saints, coming in there, marching bands. Spencer gets fired up, actually.
Tino said, "I'm killing that Wafers League." Oh man, did you get lucky again this week? You catch another dub? Is he 5-0 over there?
You put Dak in there over Cousins again.
Winning in spite of Dak, huh? Winning in spite of
just like the Cowboys.
Oh man. And Tino said, "Don't worry, Dennis. The move is I lose in the Super Bowl every season." Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's a great reverse jinx right there.
Yeah, he said he's the Buffalo Bills of the East Side League.
I want to see you win it, Tino.
I
would like to win it too.
We're gonna do one more dab here, and then Derek said, "Whatever, y'all." We're gonna do one more dab here, and then we're gonna jump into the injuries, and then we'll get into the
I think they
studs.
should be mad at us, man. You should be mad at point the finger where it belongs to be pointed at.
They said y'all are terrible.
Prescott.
Y'all are terrible today.
Whack Prescott is terrible. Okay, Whack in his name.
I'm glad I don't have too much Dak from like this year. Getting him. Oh man, Yuck's here. Said sad day.
I don't like taking.
What was worse though? Cowboy fans, what was worse? Losing to the Cardinals or losing to the Niners?
Losing to the Niners.
I'll help you find the happy medium.
Well, I mean, what do they expect to beat the team that beat them? That's like the worst math, the worst football math, but people do that all the time.
Damn, Yuck said the Niners was worse.
Of course it was.
I think it's just living in the moment.
It's a storybooked rivalry. You know what I mean? You know?
Derek said the 49ers because of Bogey. Tino said this show stinks.
Hey, listen, man. You said my 49ers stink. I was okay with it. You can't say this show stinks. We smell phenomenal.
How come you guys always want to talk about the Cowboys until they...
What year is it? It's 2023, clearly. That's the year.
Maybe we should go back to 95.
No,
my ears go back. Way back. Back into time.
With the GOAT, Troy Aikman, one of the unsung GOATs. I got a lot of respect for Troy Aikman. I think it's fucking phenomenal how he can have zero brain and do what he does today. His brain's gone, man.
Yeah, because he gave his brain for that Sega Genesis game way back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Troy Aikman's brain, remember?
Mm-hmm. And again, and you know what's crazy about that is never got it back. You know what I mean?
And see what it was. They really put the Cowboys like playbook in there.
Joe Buck always has to be like, "Ain't that right, Troy?" Then he remembers his name. That's right, I'm Troy. You know what I mean?
Did you catch that though? Like after they put Troy Aikman's brain into like a video game and it was the Cowboys playbook. Notice how they never won like after that?
Because you know what? He was like,
they had the formula.
Jones like, I need the real playbook in there. America's playbook. He did it.
They haven't won ever since. Cowboys need to blame Troy Aikman for that.
There's ever someone to blame. You know?
I'm really hoping the Bengals get our punt returner back by October 29th. Last time we played the Niners, we had issues with that position. Oh, punt returner.
Don't worry about my Niners, man. Yeah, we're on the whole other side. We got. We gonna see. Oh yeah, we are gonna play them eventually this year, though.
Well, that's what he said, October 29th. So I'm assuming that's it. So what's that? 3 weeks from now?
How about my man Trent Irwin, bro? He has win in his name. He does say he was a nice little plug and play.
Fucking Irwin. Dennis said he picked him up somewhere. He's like, wasn't too bad.
Come on, bro. That's my guy. You know what's funny is like I'm a repeat offender, and he came into play several times last year. You know what I mean? Where I had to plug this motherfucker in and shit. Like, and then he was one of those guys I had cut everywhere to make like roster room, and then I tried to pick him up everywhere this last weekend.
Tino said Niner fans acting like they haven't won a Super Bowl in that long too. Tino, I am not a Niners fan. It's just funny poking fun at the Cowboys. How do you not know that's one of my favorite pastimes?
We're on the quest for 6. Yeah, maybe it's almost been 30 years, 28. Yeah,
that was funny earlier. Right. Tino was like, you shouldn't have quit on the Chargers. This could have been the week.
I mean, look, honestly, if there's a bounce back spot for the Cowboys, it's hard to not believe it's these Chargers because they just charge your shit up. And I want to say like their win-loss record with Brandon Staley coming off a bye week's not that great. You know what I mean? You're supposed to be like a good team coming off a bye. But let me go grab my daughter. She's about to go to school.
Emil said, you guys think Dak's done in Dallas? No. And Peacock said, I don't want to make excuses for Stroud, but Bobby Trees had at least 3 drive-killing missed catches. Damn. I didn't see Bobby Trees dropping them out there. Stroud's looking solid. Devo said Thanksgiving night should be a good one. What's Thanksgiving night? Ooh, 49ers Seahawks. Uh-oh. That'll be a good one on Thanksgiving. And what Joe said, he said, I got to change my team name to the to the Moss Effect. He said, I think, but then I'll probably jinx it. Peacock said, Irwin screwing my Boyd flexes. Yeah. I mean, Irwin was coming out of the slot, man. Kind of sucked. We need to see Boyd there more.
And what's crazy, too, is like, I was saying, like, I think Boyd just stays being the Boyd role. You know what I mean?
Tino loves it. He says, we all know you're a 49ers fan now. I love not cheering for a team, like, at all. I cheer for the players. Gary, Buffet Boy, what up? Let's see. Yuck said, we good. I keep my football standards real low, so I'm never disappointed.
I do the same thing, Derek.
And Peacock said, I saw all the people in the chat last week saying, we'll see who's the better team in this week. And he said, and now I don't see those people. Niner said, why is Dameon Pierce allergic to TDs? Oh, man. Yeah, you're going to have to save that for the H-Town huddle. But, yeah, it sucks. We need him to get more TDs. We need all those linemen back. Peacock said Falcons have a good D. Pause. Hell yeah, they do. We've been saying it, man. Their secondary is pretty nasty.
Yeah. And they're playing hard, man. They're hurting people. Fucking concussing my Tank Deezies. Now I might not see him till week 8 because he might miss this week and then they got a bye, right? Week 7.
Let's see. Yeah, Yuck said, what do you think of Laporta long term? I mean, he's going to be a top tight end as long as he's healthy.
I think Laporta has officially made Bogard a supporter. Only took 5 weeks.
They still need him to block a lot. So either way,
he's never leaving the field.
Let's see. What did he get as far as targets?
He got 6.
No, I don't even think he did. What the fuck are they? There we go.
I forget what analyst it was. But
he got 4. Yeah, see, that's what's tough, man. He's got, I mean, the one game with 11, that's like the big outlier. Other than that, he's getting 4 to 6 targets. And yeah, it's crazy. Still, yeah, 87% of snaps, always on the field, but
blocking.
Yeah. And what's this? Derek said, yeah, Thanksgiving, the new movie, said looks good too. What is that? Scary horror. And then
yeah.
He said seen the preview when he saw in The Exorcist.
Yeah, they're over here talking about, oh, Thanksgiving. Let's have Thanksgiving dinner. And then these fools show up and like, there's a card for each one of us. Yeah, it looks freaky. I guess people are eating people now for Thanksgiving.
And Gary said if it wasn't for the Jags winning this weekend, such a shitball weekend for fantasy. It was pretty ugly. It was a pretty ugly week. That's for sure.
I'm fortunate that I was on the better side of the ugly weekend in a lot of my matchups.
And Tino said we still loud, stranger. He said we went 25 plus years of this. Yeah, one loss. I mean, got to do a lot worse than that to take down the Cowboy fans.
I mean, they still prepping that. They're still prepping the parade, man.
Yeah, I'll tell you how much I don't care about the 49ers and Cowboys. That a Cowboy fan called me yesterday. He was like, "Hey, you want to put some money on the game?" I just didn't even really care to because I really didn't even care what was the outcome of that game. But I texted him this morning. I was like, "You're welcome for not taking your bet." He was like, "Yeah, thanks."
If Cowboy fans be crazy, I was like, "Listen, bro." Hey, in Tino and them league, right? In the chat, they're all trying to make bets and shit. Like, you know, there's a handful of Cowboy fans, handful of Niner fans, and then like Steamboat's like, I put 500 on it. And my man Hinnock's like, I'll put $1 million on it. Like, I dig the overconfidence.
Oh man.
And then the homie was like, I'll get $50. What's up, Hinnock? He's like, I'm 25. He went from $1 million, right?
Oh man. Yeah, I know there's goofy people like that. Make the fake bets in their own mind. I remember one guy making a fake bet in his own mind at a boxing party and then getting real excited because the outcome that he said won.
And it's like, did you put any money in it?
He put 50,000.
Bogey bucks?
Yeah, he put 50,000 bogey bucks down on it. That's what he did in his own mind.
I done won about $3-4 million of bogey bucks.
Hell yeah, man!
She's waiting up to open that bogey shop. Shopbogey.com. You know, I'm about to buy the store out.
Savage Jeremy said, "How crazy does Devontae go tonight? Need 19.64 points tonight. I think he's going over 20.
I think you're in good shape here as long as it's a PPR."
So he said full PPR.
Yeah, there you go. I think you're all right.
Stranger said one of the things I love about this chat is even when two teams are bitter rivals, the people in the chat don't get toxic.
I mean,
because we're just smoking weed, having a good time. Like, and I'm not a rival with anybody. I just like to poke fun at people.
I'll be the first to say, when it comes to my team, I'm very protective, but it's just certain things that I gotta jump out of the window on. Like, you know what I mean? When we get like the threat of like Sam Darnold. No, don't you do it to me, fantasy guys. But now I'm so happy to see Sam Darnold because that usually means whooping some ass here. Go ahead, Sam. Clean him up, Sam.
That is pretty funny though. Like Tino even shouting that out. He was like, "Man, Sam Darnold did indeed get into a game, and it's against the Cowboys." It's like, this is the universe.
It was crazy because, like Fred Warner, they're talking to him after the game. He was like, "Man, this is one of the most fun games I've played in a while." You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, they was having fun out there, bro.
Yeah, you saw that. They were showing like each bench. And it was like they showed the Cowboys, and Dak's got like this big old frown on his face, and
he's like,
CD's like about to cry. And then you look over at the 49ers bench, motherfuckers are smiling, laughing.
We're drinking Gatorade with our pinkies up, and we got our charcuterie board. What's that shit? That's real sedity.
It's funny how they picked that exact moment, and it was the tale of two sidelines. It was hilarious.
Well, I mean, you know what annoyed me was this female, the talking head. She was like, this rivalry started in the 90s. I'm like, no, it didn't, bitch. This shit been going on for fucking ever. This is a big deal. That's why this is on prime time.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's why this is. Yeah. I mean, you see just as many fucking Cowboy fans out in that motherfucker too. You know what I mean? The Cowboys got fans worldwide, man. Like this.
Yeah, I think
that's why it's hard to not hear them. They talk about it's our year.
I think this is one of those rivalries that both teams would be traveling pretty well, right? Like if you guys were playing in Dallas, I think you know what I mean? Playing at the Jerry World, I think that the Niners would have
traveled. I think the female fans are funny to me, right? Because, you know what I'm saying, a lot of the females that I grew up with too, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say any names, but like just a lot of females I grew up with, and then like when the Niners became good and their man's a Niner or whatever the case may be, they became Niners. And like, one of the homegirls, she's a registered nurse. And like when the Niners were hella good, like back in like 2013, she's going to all the away games and shit like that. Then when we fall off for those couple years, like, oh, you ain't going to the games no more, huh? And then 2019 comes around and I gotta go, bang, bang. Get the fuck out of here. I don't know. And then there's LA, right? Every time we go to LA, it's just like we just have more fans there that live in LA than LA Rams. You know what I mean?
It's funny that when I went to a Chargers Niners game, I think I've told the story of like 1 year where like I was just like, I guess I was everybody's best friend that year because I went to 6 out of the 8 Charger home games, and I got invited by 6 different people to like go, so didn't have to pay for anything. And man, when we the Chargers 49ers, it was a Thursday night game. And oh man, 49er fans were thick in attendance that night. There was a crazy fight in the bathroom that night too between 2 49er fans.
He was like, I'm just saying, man. Sometimes you gotta put it down on you know. You know what I mean? I remember one of the first games I went to at the Levi Stadium. There was a crazy ass brawl in the bathroom, and it was like, yeah, it was all Niners on Niners, bro. There was a dude, he was just laid out on the bathroom floor. You know, listen, bro, I don't even pee in the toilets, bro, when I go out. Because the motherfuckers be filled up to the brim and shit. I just pee on the fucking floor. I'll just pee right past it because I don't want that other pee to splash back up on me. You know what I mean? So that guy was just drenched in like, you know, countless men's urine. Yeah. Just getting stomped out.
Man.
Waiting in line to use the bathroom myself. Caught the whole thing.
So the guy who invited me to that game, he's an EMT, and the dude who gave him the tickets has season tickets. He's in a wheelchair, so it was in like the handicap.
Yeah, you have the little row, extra room, yeah. The
removable seats and all that shit for people who may have season tickets and they're in a wheelchair. Yep. And so where we were sitting. That's where we were sitting because we happened to have those tickets because he gave them. The people behind us were talking so much shit. How you motherfuckers get in the handicap seats? look able-bodied to me. So we were like standing up because like the people in front of us were standing up in the field.
I gotta stand up in this motherfucker.
Yeah, and they're just talking mad shit the whole time. They ended up upgrading our seats because they talked so much shit that they went and complained to I don't know, whoever the red coat motherfuckers are. You know,
look here. There's these very, very obnoxious, able-bodied men in the handicap. Yes, I said it. The handicap. They didn't have a handicap sign with them. You just hang the sign on your neck. Don't even trip, right? Yeah. You just show the lanyard. Listen, bro, how dare you?
But they upgraded our seats because of that. So they ended up putting us into like the field. Like we just went down to the left a couple sections, and then
they gave you guys the treatment like you were handicapped. They're like, listen, let's move the handicap.
They're like, we don't want to listen to these people bitch anymore, so we're just gonna upgrade your guys' seats. You're like, word, all right, cool.
Yeah, let's go. Thanks. We went to a Beyonce and Jay-Z the On the Run tour. It was at the Giant Stadium, right? You know, in Frisco, and we would ride the train up there. Like we did the whole thing like when we would go to baseball games because you get faded on that train. You know what I mean? So boom, we get there, gotta take a piss, and right when you get out there, you're right across the street from the park. So we're like, all right, we had to still get our tickets because we had the little we purchased online. Okay, we gotta go get the tickets, right? So I'm like, oh, and then we asked the lady, she's like, oh, the Ticketmaster booth's inside. Okay, cool. We could just go in. Yeah, go ahead, baby. Right? Nice little black lady. And we walk in this motherfucker, right? It's kind of cool because, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a couple hours later, that motherfucker's about to be lit. You know what I mean? There's no one in there. And then I'm like, the girls, they go use the bathroom. And then we get the tickets. And I'm like, ooh, let's go see where our seats are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, like, so we're looking, like, a row, whatever. And we had good-ass seats, like, down on the bottom. And then, like, it was a big old thing, you know, big old stage and lighting things set up everywhere. And there was, like, a tower thing. You know, where like, you know, there was a cameraman up there, so he was setting things up. It's like, oh, okay, they're gonna have, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I go, oh, these are our seats right here behind this tower. You know what I mean? I'm like, that's whack. And then so I'm like, let me go ask somebody, bro. And there's a dude, he's just in a suit. So I just go up to him. He looks important. And I tell him, hey, these are our tickets right here. And then whoop, whoop. And I tell him the whole deal. Let me go see. And he walks down and he literally goes there, sits in the seat. And you're right, that's blocked. Let's go take care of this. Gave us VIP joints, and we were on the little bottom stage thing. Now we're in the front.
That's tight.
Yeah, and the girls come out from the restaurant. I'm like, hey, I got us upgraded. She's like, what? I'm like, yeah.
That happened to me one time when we were at Raw. This is 2003. They put like there was a camera like in one of our seats, like literally in one of our seats. And so we told someone about it. And yeah, they moved us to the second row where we're on TV the entire time. And I'm wearing a bright ass red like Jackass shirt too.
Oh, I thought you said a red Niner shirt.
No, red Jackass.
Don't hide it.
It's a shirt where remember where Steve-O did the rocket out of the ass? It's a picture of that. With Steve-O.
Yes, get it on TV.
And it was funny. Multiple people saw me and brought it up to me the next day. It was like, you were at WWF last night?
So you were
WWE already.
Like a junior that year, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember the matches you saw?
See, that's what's funny is like I didn't remember nothing. I was like really stoned for that, I guess, because I didn't remember anything. I went back and watched it a couple years ago, and I was like, "What? Goldberg and Chris Jericho like going at it? What the fuck?" And then
okay, so yeah, that's like this. I had stopped watching wrestling at this point because when they brought in when they made the push for Goldberg, that was when Jericho was the undisputed, right?
Yeah, and
both straps.
Yeah, and I wasn't even watching wrestling at this point either. Like I stopped watching it in 2002. But one of my friends was going with his brother or something, and I was like, you know what? All right, let's go. And ended up being worth it because I ended up in the second fucking row. Sick. And Trent said, picturing you at Raw 03 in a bright red Jackass shirt kicked off my day perfectly. I like it. And I mean, you can literally go back and watch it. I watch it on the WWE Network. You can see me there the entire time. I'm just like right there in the second row. So anytime it's like panning, just like the normal angle or whatever, when it's just on the side of the ring. Like,
was that back in the days when you used to rock an afro?
Nah, I would have the spiked hair though.
Okay, you had to be doing the spike joints back in the days. That was like a Dago and like that was like a Northern Cali and that was a Cali thing for sure.
Yeah, I had the short spiked hair. Yeah, that was the only time I actually like ever did anything with my hair was like all throughout high school.
It's funny because I used to do the Uncle Jesse bang split. Right? And I got into like 6th grade. I was like, man, I gotta get fly, man. Over here with the fucking Uncle Jesse split hair and shit. And I'm not Uncle Jesse. And then I started doing like the low fade. And then I was just like, man, this shit's annoying. Like having to get cut basically every week. I was like, man, I'm just gonna take it all down. And then the hoes started jocking hard. And I was like, oh shit, I'm bald forever now. You know what I mean? It was a wrap.
Ardono said Moore and Henry for Kelsey and Higgins. Man, I mean, I like it, but like, shouldn't you like pay less for two guys that are a little bit broken right now? I guess Henry's no peach right now either, I guess, but seems like he has a lot more upside right now.
You know, he throws that touchdown and completes that shit.
It's a whole different story.
He's starting to like Derrick Henry. He's starting under center this week against the Ravens.
Damn, Tina said I got tickets behind the catcher at the Giants game last season. Last week of the season cost $100 each. Usually would cost about $700 each. Are the Giants not that good this year?
Was it an even year last year? We're always good in the even years. I know 2 years ago we were like in the playoff conversation, but then like because that was when I was like fucking with Sven and them on that baseball show. Maybe this is 3 years ago, but yeah, they ain't been relevant in a minute, right? I mean, look at the division that the Giants are in. They're in there with fucking what is it? The Dodgers and who else fucking in there? Is the Padres in that division?
Yeah, this is funny. Stranger said, I thought the first rule was always get Kelsey. He should go after him. I'm just saying it should be a little
second rule. I like it. I mean, like I like it because he gets Kelsey, but man, like Higgins is like, I mean, this is fractured ribs, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fractured ribs ain't no fun.
Trent said you're a true 2000s edgy white dude.
I mean, if you're a true 2000s motherfucker, he'd have an anorak on, or like a velour suit. I used to rock the velour. That shit was pimp, bro. I'm bring that shit back.
Silly Mike OG. I used to rock the Shacks in the early 2000s. I like it.
Oh, the Shacks, bro. Man, I remember. What was it? Them Arab temples was my shit. But basically, throughout high school, bro, we was like, it was the birth of the D-boy eras for us. So we was rocking shell toes. Well, at least me, I was rocking shell toes and Stan Smiths all day. It's like, if you know, you know.
What the fuck? Philly Mike OG said my elementary school would send the students home with a PlayStation 1 and had us play these games they provided for learning.
Man, that's hard. I'd be the one kid that'd be like, see, what had happened was someone robbed me on the way home with the PlayStation. I sold that shit.
Man, Philly Mike OG he must have been in the suburbs, is what I'm assuming.
I mean,
I'm assuming that the inner cities weren't doing that.
I don't think of the suburbs when I think of Philly.
Yeah, Corey Matthews is a long way from the inner city.
Were they there in Pennsylvania?
Yeah, they were in Philly, yeah.
Oh, word.
Yeah. But see, I mean, he definitely wasn't living super rough, you know, like when we hear people talk about their experiences in Philly. Like the exact opposite of Corey Matthews.
I remember for the longest, I used to be like, yeah, Jimmy, he's from Chicago, Jimmy G. And then until one day I said it around a Bears fan, man, he's from Arlington, bro. Fuck that shit. He ain't from Chicago, like a real Chicago motherfucker. Like, nah, bro.
It's funny. Trent said I was the white motherfucker with way too big shorts and Air Forces. True Religion was my shit.
Yeah, so he's talking, what was True Religion? About 10. Actually, True Religion goes back like 2008. That's when I first started seeing that shit.
Yeah.
True. You know, it used to be, I used to call it the douchebag uniform. Back then, I was already 21. I was like 22 at the time. When you go out, you see all the dudes, bro. They wearing the True Religion jeans and the Ed Hardy shirts, bro. And I'm like, damn, bro, they just, everyone has the memo. I ain't never rocked none of that shit because of that shit, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, I never understood wanting to dress like everyone. Like, so I could just blend in or something. Like,
Philly Mike OG, did y'all have a pair of Heelys? No.
No, but I had the homie that did, and I swear to God, in high school, we'd be like, hey, let me see him. We switch shoes real quick. I just hitting the fucking little railing. Yeah, that shit was the shit. Hey, listen, I promise you, I still have a dent in my shin that just never, like the cartilage just never came back or something. Because I hit the pole, and I just slipped off and hit my shin. Oh.
No, see, he said the Heelys. He's talking about those ones where it's
with the wheels. Nah. Yeah, those were soaps. The ones I was talking about.
Yeah,
soaps where it had the grinding plate on the bottom of the shoe.
Yeah, hell yeah, I had a pair of those.
Skaters used to be on that shit. It's fun. Yeah, but the Heeley ones, those were funny too, because you see motherfuckers just wheeling around the campus. I'm like, that can't be good. Like, I feel like if you always pedaled with the other foot and you're like always on your right foot or something, like your ankle's about to be yoked on one side. Like, he's gonna have one buff ankle on the right.
Yeah, I see Derek said Philly was rough. I lived in the project in North Philly. It was no joke. I believe it.
Hey, North Philly. And it's funny because there's North Philly, South Philly, West Philly. Like, man, it's crazy. Because you know why? I'm influenced by a lot of the rap scene that came out of there, bro. I grew up on Freeway, and then fucking, I for the longest fucked with Cassidy and fucking AR Ab. You know what I'm saying? Even Young Meek. Meek was the shit to me for a while till I realized, all he's doing is yelling. You get on there, just start yelling on the track. he got bars, but it's just I'm not really dig the yelling.
And what Tino say? I got the Jordan 1s through 14, home in the colorways, no specialty shoes like the Travis Scott or the Jordan Oreos. They just weren't out when I worked there, man.
Yeah, I had the homie. Shout out to my man Nancy. He was running the shoe palaces for a minute, bro. So like, then this back in the days when fools used to still like go and camp overnight, wait in line.
Yeah.
And like, every store would probably get like maybe 5-6 pairs of 10s. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. And then he would put one. He'll put one aside for me. And I walk in there and motherfuckers would be hot as fuck. What the fuck? There would be some dad too. What the fuck? Me and my son have been waiting in this line since last night. Like, yo, shut up. You don't know nobody.
It's happened to me multiple times where waiting like damn near all night. One time I went to LA and man, it was just we got there at like 11 o'clock, like the night before, maybe 10 o'clock the night before.
Motherfucker already.
It was already wrapped all the way around the building. Like,
if I see that, I'm gone. I just leave because I know how many pairs this fucking. But unless you're just trying to get a pair, no matter what the size is, because you're gonna flip it, you know what I mean, or buy whatever they got left. And then they used to have like a limit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like you would have to have like if you're like you'd have to have like your boy with you.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'm gonna buy a pair and then here's money for you buy another pair for me.
Yeah. This was one of those ones where it was like it wasn't even, super exclusive. Like you could only get it at was it the Nike Towns or like whatever it was, something. I didn't even have one in San Diego. The closest one was in LA. But that was only one time we made it up there and didn't get it. Every other time we made it up there, we got it. And I used to have all the super exclusives. Like I got these pair of Jordan 4s. It's like black and yellow, and it's got like a Velcro like thing on the tongue that you can pull off, and it says Rare Air J's or Rare Air 4s.
Wow, black and yellow, bro. Hey, look, I was in Melrose, and they had one of those those where they buy and sell shoes, but they also have like new stuff. Like it's a regular shoe store, but they also like buy and sell shit. You know what I mean? Like rare shit. And like so I'm in this motherfucker, and it's $300, bro. But I've never seen them there. The 7s and the scheme was white, black, and yellow. And then when I bought that shit, I mean, the dude at the front, he's like, "These are fly, huh?" He's like, "I still rock these, even though these are women's." I was like, "Word?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Why you think you never see these colors for men's? This is women's exclusive." I no one ever knew that though.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That obviously, it's still you just get whatever size equivalent, right?
Yeah,
bro, those were fly, bro. Dummy fly. People these think they were fake. You know how shoe heads will just come up to you straight up, bro. You got them fake ass J's on. Nah, bro. These are the women's one. They go, "Oh, word." Oh shit, you know what I mean? Then they think you're like hella like, "Oh shit, that's hard. I ain't never seen those." Like, yeah, bro, you ain't going in the women's section, are you?
PF Fly said, he said, "I'm a middle school teacher and I have a kid that rolls into my class every day with Heelys every day." And he said, other teachers yell at him. He said, "I just give him a fist bump as he rolls by."
It's funny too. Is like, see, I would get real bold on that, man. My Heelys would have like the 12-inch fucking tire on it. You know what I mean? Really in there mashing, bro. That'd be stupid. Like a motherfucker's Gizmo Duck. Y'all remember Gizmo Duck from DuckTales?
Oh yeah.
The robot duck, where he would like put the suit on, but he was rolling around on one wheel.
Yeah,
shit was hard.
Man, yeah, man. Fucking yeah, there's some teachers who are like super cool, and then there's just some that were just like assholes for no reason. They just like hated their life, I'm assuming.
It's crazy because like I was fortunate to have like these cool teachers that I still remember till this day. Like I remember like English, right? This dude, it was his name was Mr. Nguyen, and he was probably like 24, and we're all in junior high, right? So he's like kind of knowing, like he was a wrestling fan, and like so like he'd be like, "All right, last 10 minutes of class, who watched Raw?" Like, you know what I mean? And like he was hella cool, right? And like it was an English class, and I remember we were writing like poetry and stuff, and he goes, "You're really good, man." He's like, "Look at your multi-syllables, your Shakespearean writing," and like I swear that shit made me like want to rap, bro. Like I was like, "Oh shit, I'm hard this shit, man."
I remember there's one teacher who because a lot of teachers would hate on me for selling candy because you weren't really supposed to, but man, it's just gotta make some money.
You ain't selling dope.
And there was one teacher who came up to me, and he was like a young teacher, he's probably like 25 or something. He was like, "Alex, you're not supposed to be doing this, right?" I was like, yeah. And he was like, "Okay." So and he's like, "I just want you to know I'm okay with it." He's like, "But when I call on, a candy bar," he was like, "You're just gonna do the right thing."
You gotta pay. You got to pay tribute. You want to operate in this area right here.
And every time he would ask for a candy bar, he looked stoned as fuck. I would laugh.
Like, man, give me something for this cottonmouth, bro. You got any Jolly Ranchers in there? You know what I mean? I almost choked on the Snickers last time.
But that was a cool ass teacher, and you knew that he was like a stoner. Like
I had a teacher, right? He was real sour about his life. He's divorced over, and he was a social studies teacher. And like, it's funny because he'd be like, we were learning about like Cleopatra and stuff. He's like, see, just like a woman of power. He was just so sour at her. And like, his name was Mr. Henderson, right? And Mr. Henderson, like, one day he got into it with one of the students, like, he kept disrupting. So he's like, you know, he gives him the boot. And he goes, you know, class, he's like, when you get into high school, you're going to learn about economics, but I'm going to give you a little brief lesson on economics. He's like, this is how much I make a year, right? He's like, write it on the board. And he's like, this is what I have to deal with. I don't make enough money to deal with this shit. And he said it just like that. And I was like, if you guys are laughing, man, I love Mr. Anderson, bro. Raw.
Stranger said Huss was slanging early. Said sugar's a hell of a drug. Hell yeah, man, because it would be the same people every single day. Getting a candy bar or two every single day.
Hell yeah. Yeah, by the time I got to high school, you know, what's funny about high school is like, there's all kind of like trips and all kind of shit, but you got to work towards these things. So they, you know, you could sell like beef jerkies, or remember them little long stick beef jerkies? People have bags in them, or fucking they'd have the candy bars that are a ripoff. Man, don't leave them things around. You know what I mean? Do not leave them things around, because I'm not even gonna sell them. To snatch that shit, we just eating them motherfuckers.
I know.
Has anyone seen my bag of beef jerkies? Nah.
Yeah, man. Every time.
Why does your breath smell like teriyaki? I mean, I ate a whole bag of them right now.
Yeah, every time there was people trying to like stomp on the turf, man. Like, because I had my shit jacked before. It only took one time, and luckily it wasn't a lot, but to make me realize, you know, you just never leave your bag unattended, like ever.
Hell no.
And but so everybody who like tried to like stomp on the turf, they had to learn the hard way.
I remember I used to never dress out for PE, because by this time I don't give a fuck. I'm just there to make money and shit. And my move was the eyeglass case. Have all my little sacks in there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, and you know, there's a baggy pants day, so it's like, if ever I'll just, you know what I mean? You stash it right there in your fucking thing, right here in the waistband, and you got your saggy pants, and like, you know, they're not really gonna go in there right there on your ass, like, I mean, on your crotch area like that. So that was always the go-to, right? But I left my shit in the bag in the locker, and you know, we used to have this big old, I mean, they still have it. It was like a handball board. You know what I'm saying? So if you didn't dress out, you just walk around, you know what I mean? And like, I wasn't finna be like, just, you know, anyways, I don't know why I left my bag, but somebody would run up in the locker and snatch my shit, because I didn't have my own locker either. I just, whatever locker was in there, just put it in there. And everybody knew me, you know, I didn't think nobody was fucking with me. And of course, the first person I think of is the motherfucker that would buy sacks off me. You know what I'm saying? But like, and he was a little Mexican dude. Shout out to Gabe. He actually is my boy to this day, right? But my man Gabe, you know what I'm saying? He's a little fucker. Now he's like 6'3", but back then he was small as fuck, bro. And he took my shit. And I knew it was him, bro. I'm like, hey, bro, where's my shit at, bro? And he's like, I didn't take your shit. He started trying to get all defensive. And then I just grabbed his bag, and I see it like protruding in his little, you know, the front pocket. The little shape of the thing I put in is empty. I'm like, yo, where the fuck's my shit, bro? You better give me my shit right now. I'm gonna steal off on you. And he just said one word, stole off on him. And it's crazy because like he was a somebody, like, you know what I mean? Like his cousins, they had like this gang called FBA or whatever. So now the cousins is on me. And I tell him straight up, bro, this motherfucker stole my shit, bro. I had to do what I had to do. And it's funny, I don't know if it was Jedi mind tricks or something. He's like, all right, yeah, he is a weasel like that. He be stealing people's shit. I'm like, yeah, bro, fuck that shit. But I was like, you know what I mean? They're about to jump me, bro, because I stole off on his little ass. Then he's big as fuck now. He was one of those dudes that got into the roids. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
that fool, he's remember the one I told you that out in Iowa right now? Green Thumb Extraordinaire getting paid to do cycles and shit. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, he's probably stealing from them now. Fucking game.
Dion said thoughts on Fields. He said I know it's easy defenses, but his confidence seems to be there now. Yeah, and I mean the one thing about him that you got to like about his schedule is like these next 4 games are going to be like real nice. I mean Minnesota, Vegas, Chargers. Like, I mean, that's three, so not 4, 3 games that are going to be real nice. But, you know, then it's going to go on and off of a little bit of like some rough, you know, patches of games. But I feel like you got to be way more confident now versus like 3 weeks ago.
You know, I'm still mad about this shit, bro. Because I think about, I never even got that tree up off him, bro. Roll off on him though, and I guess like them not jumping me was like, I guess we're even. Man, now I'm thinking about he growing a lot of weed nowadays, man. According to interest.
Time to pay the piper, homie.
You know what I mean? Hey, Gabe, how you doing in Iowa, bro?
And Philly Mike OG said my high school teacher was an offensive lineman for the Jets. I looked him up on Madden 2003, and his name was Ivan Kolsky. Or something weird like that. He said he was an overall 60, and injury cut him short.
We had Coach Slayton. I don't remember his name, first name. Maybe it was Coach, right? But Coach Slayton, and he rocked his Redskins Super Bowl ring every fucking day.
Oh yeah,
and I want to say it was the '92 Washington Redskins.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what. I think he might have been a DB. I don't know what, but he wore that shit proud all the time, bro.
Oh yeah.
I was like, that's how you're supposed to do it. You know what I mean? And he would rock
bad substitute teacher pussy.
You know what I'm saying? And he would always be walking with a little white gym teacher. You know what I mean? I was like, okay, coach. And he would always have the Sakanis. He was right, because like he would have like the orange windbreakers with some orange and white Sauconys, you know what I mean? Or like the red windbreakers with the orange and white Saucony. And then like I'd always get on. You can't wear the red like that, because they used to get on fools. Like if you wore like all red, they send you home. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like students, right?
Yeah, or they make you wear your PE clothes or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you couldn't wear like, you know. But what's funny is that you could wear all like navy blue, because there's hella Crips at our school. Yeah. We're all blue. They were motherfuckers be in there, baby blue sweats, baby blue thing. What's up, cuz? You know what I mean? But you can't wear all red. You know what I mean?
Yeah, one day I broke the dress code at school when I was in junior high. We had a dress code, and I broke it, and then they made me wear my PE clothes all day.
Yeah, I mean, in junior high, I fucked with the windbreakers, and so I came to school red windbreakers, red FUBU shirt, and then like I was getting sweated at school, but like I remember I was taking the bus. I was with this broad. I'm taking a bus to her house, like Milpitas. So this is like a 45-minute bus ride. You know what I mean? And there's these fools just fronting on me, bruh. What's up, cuz? You bang? I'm just like, just don't acknowledge them. You know what I mean? I got off that motherfucker, and then I saw them. You know, I looked back there getting on. I just ran, bruh. Fuck this shit. I'm like, yo, that shit was real in the 90s, though, bruh. You couldn't be, and you know what was worse for me too is I look Mexican, and I always wear red, bruh. And then, like, you know, you might get, if you're like in downtown or somewhere, like, and you see the Sudanos and shit, they'll front on me, bruh.
Yeah,
you can't be wearing. It's the same thing if I was to wear blue back in the days, and you see some Nortes that start swimming. Hey, what's up, eh? I'm Chino. Oh, okay. Then they're all cool. Yeah, cool. I'm like, yeah, the Nortes, bro. They're like, you don't see them no more, really. At least I'm not on that scene, so I wouldn't know. But like, it was crazy growing up, and then you start seeing the Sureños walking around wearing Sharks hats. Like, oh shit, they're out here. Like, this just is now. You know what I mean?
And Dion said Fields and the Bears set a record for most completed passes in a row with 16.
I think that's a Bears record.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Fields set a Bears record.
I saw Phillip Rivers. Yeah. Okay. I missed that part. Yeah, I saw Phillip Rivers go like 21 straight. I don't even think that's, or it's like 19.
I think there's like 3 people tied with that, right?
Yeah, there you go. It's like 23, right? Because I think what's his name just tied it? Tua, right? He went oh no, I think Tua went 19 straight. Then he had his incompletion. Because he went 23 for 26 that day, so he did have some incompletion.
Dion says also the 4th QB to ever throw for 5,000 yards, rush for 1,500 yards in the first 30 starts. The first 3 QBs were Vic, Jalen Hurts, and Lamar.
And ain't none of them won a Super Bowl. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm not hating. I guess that is hating.
PF Fly said, I got bailed out last night when the 49ers took Purdy out. I won by 0.2 points this week.
There you go.
Dion said the Hustler Dynasty 16 has some hitters. Said the top 4 teams are Huss, Zoo Crew, Bogey, and then him.
Yeah, and the only team that beat me so far was Huss, and like I put up like 460, he put up like 490 or whatever, 500 or something like that. Of course, I'm the second highest scoring this week, playing the highest scoring guy.
And and Trent said, "Dab, let's get it." He said, "I'm chiefing the hash rosin. Let's go."
There you go. Big fan of the rosin.
Let's see. All right. Tim in the house. What up? Salute.
What up, Tim?
All right. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna get to the injuries. I'm gonna get the little.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna grab something. I'll be back in 30 seconds.
All right. We'll get the cheat sheet up here. It was this week. I mean, shit. It was a down week as far as quantity. Oh man, but the quality of players that got hurt. Fuck, man, sucks. And Tim said, taking first place in my league after today's game. Let's go. All right. Well, you know what? While we're waiting for Bogey, we'll do one more dab, and then we'll get into the injuries. Shout out to the 420 crew. We need more peeps to go join the 420 crew. Come on, guys. 420crew.org. We need more peeps joining the crew. We got multiple private chats over there where we're just shooting the shit. You can't ask about fantasy. You can ask about trades, starts and sits, everything over there. Join the 420 crew. Join the movement. 420crew.org. Minimum is $5. $5 to get you into the crew. And the higher the level you want of read everything, because a lot of advice and tiers of different access to me as well in there for the advice and amongst other things. So check it all out. And the higher the tier that you're on, the more entries that you get into every raffle that we do. And we're going to be doing a raffle here somewhere in October. We need to figure out what we're going to actually do. All right, there goes Bogey. There we go. And we get to rock the FNT. Let's see.
My new thing, Thin Mint Oreos, you put them in the freezer.
Yeah. That's a new thing for you?
Well, I used to do this with the mint Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I used to put the peanut butter ones in there too.
Hell yeah.
I don't know. I put my Reese's in the fridge too. I don't know. I like my shit cold. Is that weird?
No.
Can't do that with the Snickers or nothing like that, but you know what I mean? And the only Reese's I fuck with is whenever it's like Halloween season or like fucking like Easter or Christmas, because they have like the fucking the pumpkin shaped ones or the, you know what I mean? Those are fire.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. But yeah. I ain't never thought to put the thin mint joints. I'm like, man, we used to do that with the Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah.
It's a trip, bro. You know how I'm from the Bay. It's like I walked outside a grocery store one time. You see them Girl Scouts. Like, we got Girl Scout cookies. I'm like, oh, word. And I go up there and they had the fire, bro. I was like, oh, you guys got the Girl Scout cookies.
Oh yeah. We have a bunch of people who just hopped in, and we haven't shown off in a while. We haven't shown our NFL shout outs in a little while. Let's show these shout outs before we get into FNT, because we had a few superstars here that we got some shout outs from.
You should roll the shout outs and then go right into the intro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go. We got 3 of them.
Hey, what's up? This is Taylor Rapp, and you are listening to the IDP Expert Fantasy Football Hustler.
What's up, guys? I'd like to shout out Alex Fantasy Football Hustler and the 420 crew. I also like to let you guys know that defensive players matter too. So get into the IDP league with the Hustler so you can drive players like myself. Let them know, man. Defensive players matter, man. And we make plays just as much as the offense.
And from one of the GOATs.
Shout out to the 420 crew.
As I make my way, the fact I'm still alive, my claim to fame. It's no surprise I'm on a rise, finna stake my claim. Separate me from the others, cause we ain't the same. Ask my brothers from another, we ain't for play. Time is money, so we got no time to waste. Soon as this thing's moving, it can't be stopped. Blue bands in my pocket, call that juggernaut.
In the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your work sure would help a lot.
You know the stat quo. Finna get a bag, bustin' down that blow. Out of East Side Ho, where they know my name.
What up, what up? Fantasy Football Hustler back at you.
I am Dr. Bogey.
And we're talking injuries. If it's your first time here and you're watching this on replay, smash that subscribe button. Make sure you subscribe to the audio podcast, Fantasy Football Hustler, and make sure you go follow Fantasy at FF Hustler 420 everywhere, all social media, and Bogey is at the Gmm Network. Go follow everywhere. We're jumping into injuries, and I got my little cheat sheet here, and we're just going in order of we're just going in alphabetical order here. We're just starting at the top with the Arizona Cardinals. James Conner. Uh-oh. Man, he's always getting hurt somehow, and that's always the reason why he's never drafted very high. And knee injury, and we're just waiting for more clarification on if he's missing time and how much time. And
we don't have any specifics on the injury, but as a doctor, I will tell you, you need a knee to be a running back. 2 of them. We got 2 of them.
What's his name? DeMarcado? Is that his name? Dude who came in? He's a rookie, right?
Mm-hmm. He has a cool first name too. What's his first name?
Let me see. What is it?
I felt like I wouldn't be able to spell his first name.
Amari.
Oh, it's Amari. Never mind. I thought it was something else.
It's like Emari, not.
Oh, there it is. That's what it was.
Emari. Yeah. All right. DeMarcado. Yeah, he'd be the next man up there. Let's see. Ooh, Buffalo. Matt Milano likely out for the season. So he broke his leg and suffered a knee injury. That's all bad. It's all bad. That sucks, man. That really sucks. And we're gonna have to pour one out for Milano. Where is it?
And I'm gonna miss everybody. I'm gonna miss everyone gone. No.
You hate to see it. You hate to see it. We had a real bad neck injury for Chandler Zavala and on the Carolina Panthers, one of their guards. So he was a dude who got rushed to like the hospital and everything. He got discharged, and he was like he traveled back with the team. But yeah, I don't even know how he suffered the neck injury. But yeah, he was the guy who got carted off. Both teams were like on a knee, like out there, and yeah, it was a wild scene.
That's for the Panthers, right?
Yeah.
Really tough injury. Like when you get any injury to that line, because they were supposed to be good on paper, they haven't been the greatest this year.
Yeah. How about for the Cowboys? So Turpin Is that the dude who scored the touchdown for them? Right.
Yep.
So he got injured, ankle injury. The bad one though was Leighton Vander Esch, neck injury, and him and Micah Parsons just kind of collided, and like you could just see like Vander Esch like ran into him, like just hit like top of his head first, and like neck just got completely like squished and everything. And yeah, he's had a lot of neck issues like before too, so we're gonna be more info to come.
Yeah.
Let's see. Broncos, they lost their DN, DJ Jones, knee injury. He left and didn't return.
They got him playing DN. I think he's a DT, right?
Oh, DT. My bad. Did I say DN?
My Niners and shit.
Yeah. For the Lions, Emmanuel Mosley, one of their cornerbacks, knee issue, and he got ruled out during the game.
As well. He's good too.
Yeah, for sure. The Texans. Oh man, Tank Dell, in concussion protocol. Sucks. So we might not have him for this next game either. And then they're on the bye in week 7, right? You said?
I think so, right? Maybe fact check me.
That does not look like they have a game in week 7.
Yeah. Okay.
So we might not be able to play Tank Dell for a few weeks. Might be a few weeks. How about Anthony Richardson? So they said an AC joint sprain, and it's in his right shoulder. What happened? Let's see.
I don't know. What's weird is like I guess the AC joints ain't people really missing time. Really, Ayuk didn't miss any time, but obviously he's a receiver. But then Derek Carr is the one that's kind of alarming. Like he should have been missing time. And then like I guess you know what I mean? But then it's like, hey, you go out and you beat New England.
It depends on it really depends on how bad it is, because it could be a week or it could be up to 6 weeks. So yeah, we're just gonna have to pay attention to his practice schedule and everything.
Gardner Minshew against it.
Yeah. Mo Alley Cox got evaluated, got in concussion protocol, didn't return to the game either, for anyone who's diving that deep. For the Jags, they lost their left guard, Walker Little, knee injury. Yeah, he did not return. And then Zay Jones, knee injury. He left the game, did not return either. The Kansas City Chiefs and Travis Kelce. So they say it's a low ankle sprain. And we're waiting to hear more. Oh, man. Shit sucks. For the Dolphins, they lost one of their tackles, Isaiah Wynn, neck injury. They can't be losing linemen.
That's a big shot there too.
Hey, they can't be losing linemen over there. We need Tua to stay
You
stay
saw
upright.
it too. Yeah, he was getting hit after that.
Yeah.
We sacked him a couple times after that.
Here's the big one. Vikings, Justin Jefferson, hammy. And we're waiting to really hear more. Like, we still haven't heard more about the grade of injury.
Tino, are you watching, Tino? Because, man, it's crazy because every week we're talking about another injury to a player that this guy Hinnock has. Like, his team in that league, just one from Aaron Rodgers is all the way down. Just every week, one of them's going down or dealing with something. You know what I mean?
Damn.
I know, it's weird.
Happy Tree said grade 3 ACL sprain. Let's see.
A grade 3?
Or wait, grade 3 AC, right? That's what I'm assuming. AC.
So you can't even
not an ACL.
You can't even lift your arm like that, bro. See what I'm saying? See, this is the shoulder right here. See that? Got the AC joint in there. You know what I mean? See, if you can't do this, how can you do this? You know what I'm saying? I'm a doctor.
So they say for a grade 3, it's usually 2 to 4 weeks.
Okay. Yeah, so Carr, probably like a grade 1.
Or wait. Hold on. No. Sorry. No, if it's a grade 3, he's going to be 6 to 12 weeks. That's a grade 2. That is.
We'll know we'll know this week, bro, because they'll probably put him on the IR if that's the case. You know what I mean?
For sure.
If they don't put him on the IR this week, it's
not a grade 3.
Yeah, it's probably not something we got to worry about more than maybe a week. You know what I mean? It sucks. He left early in that game, so it's like I think people, and no matter what, people are gonna still chase what he did like that first couple of weeks. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, let's see.
And let me remind everybody, he's already missed time to a concussion and to he left the game because of a knee before already, right? Like late in the game.
Mm-hmm. And let's see. For the Patriots, Juju, head injury, left the game, did not return. Didn't specify if it was a concussion or not. Let's see. They had an offensive lineman leave the game and not return. Jawan Bentley, and didn't even see that, left with a shoulder injury and did not return.
Yeah, that one hurts.
Let's see. Okay, so for the Saints, so I don't know why they brought this up after the game, but I guess Chris Olave, he was dealing with some kind of toe issue pregame. I mean, he played the whole game and everything, but they wanted to make sure to bring that to our attention. Then the New York teams, Pesos. We got to hear about we're waiting for the MRI results on his neck. Oh, man.
The dumbass.
Not good. And
I have zero dumbass, so
yeah,
I'm not tripping off that one, but it does suck because it's like, like what does this mean for a Saquon when he comes back? You know what I mean? Like,
I have a few dumbasses, so this sucks. And let's see, Wandale, he left. Concussion. El Concusto. And then who else? The right guard, man. I mean, they're just losing people left and right over there.
Yeah, they've been getting beat up since week 1, bro. Everybody's been kind of stomping on, like kicking them while they're down since the Cowboys did it to them.
Ha! Devos, I just realized I was 4 minutes behind. Welcome to the future. And then for the Jets, they lost one of their offensive tackles, Vera Tucker, calf injury, left the game, didn't come back. We need the linemen for Brees. For anybody who wants Brees, we need those linemen to stay out there.
Yeah. Zach Wilson, do you think because there's a whole mindset that Rodgers could be back by a certain time, right? But it's like, do you think the Jets with Zach Wilson can even get them there to hold on for a chance for Rodgers to come back?
It's not looking good, man. It is not looking good. I mean, the Jets defense just has to do so much, and they're trying, but they can only do so much.
2-3, the Jets are.
Yeah, they're right in it. They're still in it somewhat.
Yeah, who do they got this week?
They got the Eagles.
Oh, yeah, they're going to lose.
Yeah. Let's see who they got next week. Well, they got a bye. They got a bye in week 7. And then week 8, they go up against the Giants, eh? Could get
Battle of New York.
Could get back to
3-4.
Yeah. Could almost get back to 500 by then. Let's see. Let's see what they got after that. They got the Chargers, and they're in New York. Chargers like to charger it up on the road.
I mean, especially going East Coast. So then they get to 500 there, and then Rodgers is like, he's doing the stretches.
And then they got the Raiders. After that, it's not like the Raiders are like that big of a threat. They could get above 500 at that moment.
That's going to be cool. Watch Devontae versus Sauce.
But then they got the Bills after that. So then they would drop back down to 500. And the wind would
imagine that? They'd be like, oh my God, the Jets are above 500. It's turning around. Then they get to the Bills, like, never mind.
And then they play the Dolphins the week after that. So then they're dropping below 500, like there.
And I think that's very generous that we're giving them those 5 wins right there.
Yeah, because that's probably not going to happen.
Yeah.
And then they play the Falcons after that. They could do something.
You know, if they didn't lose
after that, and then the Dolphins after that would get let out of their sails. Commandos after that.
Oh.
And then the Browns on Thursday night. Not going to be too good there. The Patriots.
Week
18.
So you mean to tell me, hold on, wait a second, where we at? We're like at 6-8 there? 7-8?
I don't think they make it.
7 right there. Hold on. There.
They're getting close, but man, I don't know.
Antonio's listening to shit. Man, stop this bullshit.
Yeah, there's gonna be times where Rodgers starts ramping it up and they just catch like 3 losses in a row. It's like, all right.
You know, there's hella construction here all the time. There's always a truck that comes, you know, that you know what I mean? One of them trucks, the food trucks.
Yeah.
I just want to walk over there and get like a nice breakfast burrito or something. I love food trucks. Are you a food truck motherfucker?
I mean, it just depends on where I'm at, but yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got some good food trucks now.
Yeah, for real though.
It's not just the roach coaches of old.
For real though, huh?
And Crispy said, I got an F, LCL, and still out here hustling.
I like it.
Calling them bonus holes.
I mean, Crispy's a motherfucker. You've been having to, like, you know what I mean, crash down on your knees and all kinds of shit for years, I'm sure. So, like, you know, he probably does that. His LCL is worn out, stretched out. That motherfucker is tall as a motherfucker, too.
All right. Here we go. Thanks for everybody who caught this on replay. Smash that subscribe button. Make sure you subscribe to the audio podcast. Make sure you hit the notifications because we're going live all the time. And we're just going to jump right in to the studs and duds. Let's get into the QB studs and duds.
Let's go.
What up, fantasy football hustler? Back at you, and I am Shane Falco.
Yeah, and I'm his twin brother, Johnny Utah.
The name's Johnny Utah.
Never seen us in the same place at the same time.
If you are watching this on replay, smash that subscribe button, hit the notifications, and subscribe to the audio version of the podcast, Fantasy Football Hustler. We're going to get in to the studs and duds here, and we're starting it off with the QB position. And, oh, man, Fields, number 1 on the week. We only got one more game to go. 41 points. And let's see.
280 passing yards. What, 50 plus rushing?
57. 4 passing touchdowns. Doing it with the arm. Let's see.
Is he pacing for 4th thou at this point?
That's a good question. Aquado.
Will he be the first to ever eclipse 4,000 passing yards for the Bears?
He's pacing for 38.86.
Oh, come on.
Gotta do better, Fields. Gotta do better.
Wow, Fields.
We're gonna the race for 4,000 is here. I said he wasn't gonna get it. All right.
Yeah, that would have been a nice under bet in the beginning of the year.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, 282. He hit the over.
I mean, he got the Vikings coming up, right? He's about to throw for 300 now.
Yep. Brock Purdy. The Brock says, know your damn role. 252 and 4 touchdowns. 17 for 24.
On one of the best defenses known to man.
Oh, man. This one surprised me because I thought Jared Goff was going to suck. And he kind of did, but it was just 3 touchdowns, 236 on the yardage. It was just one of those days. It wasn't
ran one in, right? Didn't he also run one in?
He did get one on the ground as well.
Let's go. The awfulness.
4 total. 4 total there.
And going back to what I'm always reminding people is when he's at home, he's averaging 28 points in a 6-point passing, 1 point for every 25 passing yards league. So, you know, he smashed that average.
Yep. And let's see, Josh Allen, number 4 on the week, 359 through the air, only 2 through the air, but did have 1 on the ground as well. Joe Burrow.
I like this.
Yeah, I mean, we need more out of Allen like that.
Yeah, and even this Joe Burrow one, I like this one a lot too.
And you know what? I'm sorry, I skipped over the Wolf.
The
Wolf, 30.42, 388, 2 through the air, 1 INT, 37 for 51. Not the best.
No, we love it.
Too.
We fucking love it. Sam
the Wolf actually was pretty good. 73%.
Come on. Let's go.
Wolf. We need more out of him like that. Joe Burrow, right? Just a little tick below the Wolf. 317, 3 through the air, 1 INT, 36 for 46. Had to throw it a bunch over there. 46 attempts. That's second most on the year for him. First most was when they played the Rams. But first game for him over 300. Let's hope there's many more to come.
Yep.
Let's see. So what's that? That is number 6. And then we got number 7 is Hurts. 303. 1 through the air, 1 on the ground, 1 INT. 72 yards on the ground rushing. 30 points. Another guy getting 30 points is Desmond Ridder. 329 yards and a touchdown, 28 for 37. Had the rushing touchdown as well. It's out there doing this thing in this week, anyways.
Against the Texans, too. That was pretty good.
Let's see.
I'm pretty sure they won in the trenches. Because that's what Atlanta low-key is supposed to have, a really good offensive line.
QB9, Bryce Young, 26 points, 247. 3 touchdowns, 2 INTs, threw it 41 times. This was the most that he's thrown in any single game.
The Vikings defense, that'll do it to you. Oh, no, they wasn't the Vikings. Who'd they play?
Lions.
That's surprising. A lot of it was garbage time.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see. 7, 8, 9, 10 is Mahomes. 281 and 2 touchdowns, 31 for 41. Tua almost tied with him, 22 and 22.92, 308. 2 TDs, 2 INTs. Kirk Cousins, who's that QB 12 on the week. 284. Let me see. And then Stafford, Wilson, and Carr all got above. Well, Carr's 19.72. Everybody else, Stafford, Wilson, both got above 20 points. Let's see. Who are our dumpster diver QBs of the week? Oh, I mean, the biggest one. He didn't even he got negative points. We could have played Bogard Scott free this week in our lineups, and we would have gotten 1 point higher than this guy, Mr. McCorkle Jones.
2 weeks in a row. Real duddy.
What a fucking piece of trash. And
I don't think it's a Mac Jones problem, though.
No, it's not just him.
The whole team sucks, dude.
It's all bad. He has a combined 1.1 points. 1.1 point over the last 2 games. We got to bench until further notice. It sucks. But that's what we got to do.
Got no weapons either.
No, not at all. So, yeah, abandoned ship.
Outside of week 1, they haven't looked like an actual team. Like they just, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I know Anthony Richardson got hurt kind of early in the game. I think it was like the second quarter or whatever. But, man, 3 points even through those 2 quarters. Sucks he got hurt. Couldn't redeem himself in garbage time. Minshew got double the points that he did.
He's the Ginsu.
All right. Danny Pesos. 3rd week in a row with single-digit points.
He's a dumbass.
Zach Wilson, I mean, he went from hero to zero from 1 week to the next with
in that matchup where everybody balls. Not him.
199 yards, 1 INT. Nothing over there. And let's see. And of course, Dakota Prescott. He could not get to 10 points.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You got to get into 10 points at least.
You know, and I listen, you know, one of those picks was deflected and then it just, you know, just sharp defense. You know, we made the play. But the other two, really ugly, really whack Prescott things he was doing. You know what I mean?
Really, really ugly. All right. Well, there are the QB studs and duds of the week. We want some overreaction Monday from people. So make sure you throw your overreaction Mondays in the comments here for any position. We're gonna get to the RBs right now. And what Marco said that alert is very confusing and always think my ex is walking backwards.
That's just a big woman. Booty so big when she back up, it's like beep.
And let's see, what is Shannon's question real quick? He said, oh man, he said, got 2 wide receivers in the top 10 and 2 more in the top 18. Josh Allen. I don't know. So what's the question, Shannon? Like, got to make some trades? Is that what you got to do? I think so. All right. We're getting over to the running backs. Anybody who watched this on replay, smash subscribe, turn on the notifications, go subscribe to the Fantasy Football Hustler. So go find at FF Hustler on all social media, and Bogey is at the GMM Network. Go follow us both on all social media, and let's get in to the running backs. What up? What up? Fantasy Football Hustler back at you.
What's happening, Bogard Scott free in this thing?
All right, we're getting in.
I couldn't think of a running back, could we?
I know. I totally forgot.
I'm trying to think of one. Oh, he said Hustler. Okay, I'm me.
Let's get in to the running back studs and duds. If it's your first time here, smash that subscribe button. Turn on all notifications. The number 1 running back on the week, Travis Etienne. What? On the Bills? I mean, this catch you by surprise, Bogey?
Yeah. It really did.
That's for damn sure.
And I like this steady usage of the target market share that he's been getting. Like, and I'm not gonna lie, in one of the redrafts, I packaged them Etienne up and I brought back Justin Herbert and what's his name, and Brian Robinson. I felt really good about it, but I was like, man, I maybe jumped ship too early, you know. But yeah, bro, Etienne, he's that guy.
He's been handling biz.
Yep.
36 points this week. Top scoring running back so far. We only got Monday Night Football to go. This one caught everybody by surprise. Zach Moss, what? 165 yards on the ground, 23 attempts, whew, 2 touchdowns.
What's crazy is like, what is the philosophy gonna be for Shane Steichen, right? Because you know he always ran a timeshare backfield with the Eagles. I'm not saying that's what we're gonna see, but like, you know, and they're obviously had JT on a snap count, but man, that's, you know, it could be like a 1-2 punch thing. It'll be really fucking annoying to have JT. That's all I'm saying. But the roles will reverse for sure. You know what I mean? Like once JT starts getting fully acclimated in this new offense, because mind you, this is the first practice week he's ever had with this new regime, this new offensive scheme. Still coming off the injury. And I see that the roles will reverse. If you can sell high on Zach Moss somehow, maybe you got to throw him in a package deal. There's people that's running back needy. You got to do something because you definitely missed your chance to move on from him like 2 weeks ago. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And Peacock said, what's the movie we're doing for Friday? We are doing Child's Play 1. So we're talking Chucky franchise now. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I love that Peacock. Peacock, I don't know if you're aware of this, but you are part of the show now. So this is awesome.
Yeah, Nelson said he was he likes he was like, we had another episode where there was 4 guys on. He was like, but it was very different when Peacock was like a 4th guy on, because he like, you know, you guys already know each other, already got the rapport. Peacock's like comfortable with everyone. So he was like, yeah, it was a really good show.
Yeah, hell yeah. Love Peacock.
And so we're doing Child's Play 1. Oh yeah, Child's Play 1.
It's a good one.
Taking it all the way back.
What we gonna do right here is go back. Way back. Back in time.
Whoo, and Roberto, he says, y'all think that Breece Hall can keep it up? I mean, he's got Philly this next week, so I don't think he's going to be going down and throwing 177 on Philly. I don't even think he's going to throw down 100. I think if he comes away with like 80 or 90 yards and a touchdown, that's like a win versus the Eagles, because not a lot of peeps can even do that.
Total yards, I can see that.
But they got the bye. Then they got the Giants, Chargers, and Vegas. Like, I mean, that's going to be 3 awesome games coming off of the bye. Yeah, so I think to a certain extent he'll be able to keep it up. Just sucks Philly this week and then the bye. You know, over the next 2 weeks, he might cool off as far as like his value.
And what is Dalvin Cook these days? A backup for real.
Yeah,
like isn't that funny?
Let's go see what the split even was. Yeah, he got 17%. Michael Carter got more work than Dalvin Cook. Nick Bowden got more work than Dalvin Cook.
It's pronounced Bowden.
Dalvin Cook was the number 4 running back in snap total this past week.
That is not any kind of good.
No. And Marco said the old school Child's Play 1. Yes. Child's Play 1 from what, 1984?
9. 1990? 1989. 88. Wow.
There we go. Yeah,
it was 80 somewhere. I remember watching that shit like the 1st or 2nd grade, like terrified. You know what I mean? Because it had already been out for a couple years at that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rented that shit.
Oh yeah, pretty much went like back to back to back, because I think all 3 of those came out. Yeah, 88, 90, and 91. So those first ones came out damn near back to back to back.
Oh shit! So part 3 came out in 91.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just had to make him older. They had to age him up. They didn't want that same kid in there 3 years in a row.
Yeah. They jumped up in time, right? Now he's a teenager. They got and that's the current that same actor now. He's the guy that's still in the series.
He was the one playing Andy.
Yeah, the older Andy. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's all the same. Even the broad is the foster sister from part 2.
Yeah,
she that's the same chick too.
Yeah,
sweet. That was funny when they got pulled over in part 2. She got the Chucky doll on the side. And it's like the police is like, "Is your doll bleeding?" Yeah, you ever heard of dolls that pee? This one bleeds. It's like, okay.
And Marco's like, good, because I refuse to watch any kind of reboots. Yeah, we're not doing the reboots. We're taking it all the way back.
What we gonna do right here is go back. Way back. Back into time.
Is it not the 25th anniversary of Child's Play?
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Look at that. We always do this on accident, huh?
Yeah,
it's a silver screen breakdown. You got to do the silver because what was that, 25 years of silver?
Yeah. And it came out November 9th, 1988. So we are literally within, that 30 days of when it came out. So
25 years ago, this little supernatural possessed doll hit the scene.
Man, and they ain't looked back ever since. How many movies do they have? How many are in their franchise now?
Like, okay, they had The Bride of Chucky, then they had The Seed of Chucky.
So it's Child's Play 1, 2, and 3, The Bride, The Seed, The Curse, The Cult, and then that reboot in 2019. So 1, 2, 3.
I wonder if the creator of Chucky, if he had anything to do with that reboot one.
I hope not, because it was trash.
I ain't never watched it.
Yeah, I watched. It was
Didn't
because
they have a recent one? like a girl one. Like it had nothing to do with Chucky, but it's like they had like some girl, some like it was like the same concept. It was like a doll, like an AI doll or something like that.
Yeah, that then it wasn't. I don't think it wasn't a girl that was in it though. But yeah, that's the one.
No. I'm not talking about the reboot Chucky. I'm talking about like recently they came like a year ago. They had like a move. I think they have like 2 of them already. Some kind of like girl doll.
A girl doll? Well, I mean, those were in the earlier ones.
No. This has.
I don't know about a new one with it.
This has nothing to do with Chucky. I'm just saying it's another horror movie that came out.
Oh,
it's like a doll, different. But it's a girl doll.
Oh, Annabelle. There you go. Johnny said that one, right?
Not that one. That one's the fucking. Yeah, that one's creepy.
All right,
it's a different one.
Let's get back to the running backs. If you're watching this on replay, this is kind of the thing that just happens on a normal basis during the live shows. David Montgomery, Mr. Monty Burns. He was excellent this week. 109, 19 attempts. See, that's where it came down significantly there from the 32 the week before.
I mean, he would have, if he had that same amount, bro, he put up like 3 bills on him.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we wish he did, but he did not. And let's see, who was the other split? Craig Reynolds. I mean, it's crazy because even Reynolds, I feel like Reynolds had a better game. Let me see.
Well, Gibbs, he had a better game than Gibbs has ever had this year because Gibbs didn't play, but he was the secondary option, and Gibbs isn't even handling in that role.
7 for 52 and a touchdown against them.
Smashing Carolina.
And again, A-Chain, no matter what. A-Chan for you guys who want to get, real.
Devon A-Chan.
No matter what, you just play him. Every game that he's gotten more than 8 touches, he's got over 100 yards. So, we're just rocking and rolling with it. It's the way it is. Spears, this one out of nowhere. Only 34 yards on the ground, 35 yards through the air, but had the touchdown. And
this is how bad running backs are this week.
Really bad. Really bad. And let's see. So what was that? That was 4. So he was number 6. That's wild. Number 6. Kamara, number 7, 18 points, 80 yards, had the touchdown. Really just needed like 70 yards and a touchdown. McLaughlin, there you go. 68 yards, had the receiving touchdown, 21.
Let's go. And I think the Broncos are at a point where they're like, okay, we're going to see what we got with our guys right here, getting ready for next year for real. They're not in this thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't know. They're not in this thing.
They're going to try.
And you might as well save Javonte. I don't know. No reason to get him killed. And Swifty, 70 yards on the ground, 38 through the air, and 6 receptions.
That was
awesome. You got to keep that floor of those receptions.
Yeah. And what's awesome about that is because Miles Sanders in that role never got targeted in that fashion at all.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Anyone who's hating on Mostert still ended up 7, 8, 9 in the top 10.
Mm-hmm.
Only 14.8 points, but bad week. He's up there still.
Yeah.
10 attempts, 65 yards. Had the touchdown on the ground. 2 for 13. Joe Mixon, Pacheco, Kendre Miller, Jordan Mason, CMC, Mercado, Addison, Juszczyk is just crazy. All these guys all around.
What was 3 of those guys in the game against the Cowboys?
Yeah, that's pretty bad, Cowboys.
I'm just saying.
They didn't even need CMC.
It's supposed to be a good run D.
It was supposed to be. Yeah. When I got the script, I read in the beginning of the season that Cowboys were going to be really good.
The script said it's our year. I just threw it out there. I threw it in the trash. I like this script.
But yeah, so a lot of guys in kind of the blah section of the RBs. But let's go dumpster diving right now because we got a bone to pick with some of you guys here. Let's see. Miles Sanders.
It's funny because there's actual dump trucks. Do you hear them?
Yeah, they know because we're talking about Miles Sanders right now. 0.2 points because he fumbled. 32 yards on the ground, and then you fumble. You
Number one run defense right now, I think, bro. Or at least least yards allowed or something. I forget which category they are, but they're up there, bro. The Lions is no joke. I told people not to play Sanders.
It is ugly.
Yeah.
Let's see. Dalvin Cook. I know no one's banking on him, but better abandon ship if you are. Here's one that sucked. Stevenson.
That's not his fault. Ask me how many rush attempts they have as a team within the 5 yard.
How many rushing attempts do they have?
One.
Horrible.
They're not even getting down there. That's the thing. It's not even that they're getting down there and they're throwing it. They're not even getting to the red zone. It's just all bad. He's like, man, he's a guy we could sit for real, man. It sucks because I probably wouldn't, in most scenarios.
Yeah, it really sucks.
Yeah.
Jonathan Taylor, I told you guys not to play him unless you were desperate. It was one of those weeks you should have listened because he only had 4 points.
It was the Titans, and it was the snap count. They told us straight up, don't play him, bro. You know what I mean? Basically, you know what I mean? I remember telling a couple people when the options were shitty, I was like, well, you waited on this long for JT. Might as well play JT. Wonder if those other options did better for them. You done, Pete?
How about James Conner? 5 points. Oh, man. Najee and James Cook.
Yeah, that was crazy. The James Cook one is man, especially with the game script being the way it was, it's you would think he would get targeted more and just save his day for fantasy.
-4 rushing yards. That's bad.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Pasta. You know things are bad when Zeke scores more points than Tony Pasta does. You know things are bad.
You know, they could not get it going. They just couldn't.
And you know things are bad for guys like B-Rob the Mob, Derrick Henry, and Damian Pierce when Antonio Gibson scores more points than you.
Sucks. Do better.
This is all around really, really just bad week for running backs. We saw it there where we didn't even get 10 running backs, over 20 points. It's going to happen. It's a real shit week. We got to bounce back. And we're going to bounce over to the wide receivers. Make sure if it's your first time here and watching us on replay, smash that subscribe button. Go subscribe to the audio version of the podcast on Apple, on Spotify. Leave us a 5-star review, and we will read it out on one of these shows here. It's Fantasy Football Hustler, and you might as well go subscribe to the Silver Screen Breakdowns podcast as well. All right, let's jump over to the wide receivers.
Let's do it.
What up, Fantasy Football Hustler, back at you.
What up, Bogard Scott? Higher than a motherfucker.
Let's go. And we're getting in to some wide receiver action. And, oh, man, everybody on Thursday thought that it was going to be DJ I Want to Score More, who was going to be the top wide receiver on the week. But Chase said, hold my beer. Chase, 15 receptions out of 19 targets, 192 yards, 3 touchdowns. It's fucking awesome.
Let's go.
DJ Moore was pretty awesome, though, with his 8 receptions for 230 yards and 3 touchdowns. It was awesome to see both guys. Chase, 52 points, Moore, 49 points. Tyreek, though, doing his Tyreek thing, still over 30 points there, 32, 9 targets, 8 receptions, 181 touchdown. Adam Thielen, man, he's killing it. 28 points, 13 targets, 11 receptions, 107 yards in the tug. Pickens came out of nowhere. 6 receptions, 130 and a tug. Oh, man. Diggs, 8 for 121 and a tug. That was super solid. All of those guys, the top 6 were over 25 this week, over 25 points.
Let's go.
Hopkins at number 7, 140 yards. He was looking super solid out there. Can we just get this Hopkins every single game?
Mm-hmm.
I hope so.
Hope so.
Who do they got next?
They got the Browns, bro. Oh, the Ravens.
They got the Ravens, then they got the bye week, and then they got Atlanta and Pittsburgh. Okay.
So I do like this week's matchup against the Ravens for Hopkins, and then I like the Pittsburgh matchup.
They got a little bit of good, a little bit of bad over the next couple weeks.
Yep.
Gabe Davis at wide receiver 8.
Go.
6 receptions, 100 yards, touchdown.
Everybody go buy the shirt on neonpeacockmerch.com. The Angel Gabriel, the Archangel himself.
There we go. Calvin Ridley, 21 points, 7 receptions, 122 yards.
Let's go.
No touchdown, but we want him to get more receptions. And Deltonic said his Diggs matchup proof.
Yep.
I mean, hell yeah, we're not sitting him.
Yeah, you don't ever not sit like you just you play Diggs. Like, you know what I mean? He's 100 receptions every year, 100 plus every year with Josh Allen. This is just what he does.
Yeah, he hasn't gone single digits in this entire, even in his off game versus the Raiders. 7 for 66. We got the Giants, the Patriots, the Bucks, the Bengals over the next couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Matchups
and he's tore up the Patriots on several occasions too. They ain't tripping off. He ain't tripping off them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Let's see, Curtis Samuel, wide receiver 10. 21 points. Or is it 20.5 points?
I mean, it helps when you throw 51 times wherever, multiple people can eat. And then, like, it also when Scary Terry's just on they're just playing zone on him and just not letting nothing. Like, it was insane.
Yeah, super bullshit. Cooper Kupp in there like swimwear, 20 points, right? 19.8, 8 receptions, 12 targets, 118 yards. And look at who's right below him, both being in the top 12. Still, boy, Puka.
Big Pook. The
7
big Pook.
receptions, 71, and a tug. Both were in the top 12 in the first time they were on the field together. That's pretty dope.
Yep.
And let's see. AJ Brown balled. Addison balled. Can he just get like 9 targets each week? We'll be happy with it.
Yeah. And like that happened, though he was getting targeted like shit before the Jefferson injury too. So, going into next week, for everyone that has Addison, it sucks that Jefferson's hurt, but man, like you want this for your Addison right now. Just show that he could be a guy, so they don't, they involve him more over a KJ Osborne moving forward. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Osborne like really sucks.
Yeah.
Let's see the Reynolds Wrap and Waddle, Marquise Brown. Downs looks really good with Gardner Minshew. London had like one crazy drive and got all his yards, and that was cool. Rice looking solid. Well, let's go dumpster dive now.
I'll be right back.
Let's go dumpster dive here. Let's see. Oh, man. Of course we're starting with Devonta Smith. Man, not even 2 points. 6 yards, that's it. Going up against the Jets next week. It's like, man, just got to sit him, man. He deserves a week of punishment on the bench. Let's see. Jameson Williams. We won't even back the truck up for him. Didn't come back doing much. Cortland Sutton. Man, 1 reception for 13 yards. Ugly. Michael Wilson. A lot of people were dependent on you, man. 2 targets. Not good. Let's see what percent of snaps he actually played. Played 75% of snaps, so he was out there a bunch. Sky Moore still not doing nothing. Juju not doing nothing. Let's see. Come on. Any big names? I'm glad we're not seeing too many big names here. Justin Jefferson. It wasn't even because he got hurt. on why he got that either, because he was out there for a long time. He wasn't really getting nothing. Robert Woods and Dotson. We're not really care about Robert Woods, but Dotson, you got to do better. We got to get you in double digits. Nico, 7 points. Tank Dell, 8 points. Man, sucks he got hurt. Terry McLaurin, CD Lamb, Chris Olave, all with 9 points. And Chris Olave had a touchdown. They didn't even score 10 points. Like, what is going on? 9.2 points. Very, very ugly. Very ugly. All right. If this was your first time here, make sure you smash that subscribe button. We broke down the wide receiver studs and duds. We got waivers coming tomorrow. And we got a bunch of live streams, so make sure you're here with us every morning. Carson, what up, Carson on Twitch? Should I sell Cup for DeMonta Smith and Nico? No. No point to sell Cup. You hold him now. You've held him this entire time. Now's the time to cash in. And Marco said dumpster diving. What about Burkhead? Yeah, and Peacock said Tank was on his way, got knocked out super early. I know it's going to suck, and then he's going to miss this week coming up more than likely because of the concussion. And guys got the bye in week 7. So, man, we might not get some Tank for a few weeks here. All right. Let's jump over to the tight ends. What up, Fantasy Football Hustler, back at you. We are breaking down the tight end studs and duds, and really we're just talking about some stud tight ends. And hey, there goes Bogey back in the house.
Had to throw together a croissant ham Swiss with some yellow peppers.
There we go. And if it's your first time here, smash that subscribe button. Go follow the audio podcast, Fantasy Football Hustler. And then my social handles at FF Hustler 420. Bogey is at the GMM Network. Go follow us everywhere on social. Let's jump into it. George Kittle. Man.
Let's go.
3 touchdowns, 67 yards, had 3 receptions. All of them hit pay dirt. Pretty dope. Dallas Goedert. Man, why does he have to be like so bad and then like so amazing when not a lot of people would have started him unless you asked, should he start Goddard or Ferguson? Then you would have got the right answer. 8 receptions, 117 yards, and a touchdown. It's out of nowhere. And who do they got next week? They got the Jets next week. Actually, that wouldn't be a bad game for him. And then they got Miami. Not a bad game. Hey, might be able to start Dallas Goedert for 2 weeks here. 2 weeks in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Kelsey, I mean, it's crazy because not really a down week necessarily, but 10 receptions, 67 yards, and a touchdown. It looked down in the first half of the game.
I was saying, it was all tale of 2 halves for Kelsey right there.
Yeah, pretty insane. Laporta, 2 touchdowns, 47 yards, 4 targets. Solid game, top 4. Logan Thomas, did he get over 20? 19.7 with his 77 yards and 9 receptions. This is a really big week for tight ends. And then Schultz, over 19 points as well. 65 yards and a touchdown.
I'll go.
This is like one of the best tight end weeks all season, I feel.
All year.
Gotta be. Waller got his 86 yards, 17 points. Kyle Pitts, 87 yards, 7 receptions. Like, what world are we living in right now?
Is this the real life? Is
this just fantasy?
Cole Kmet, 14 points. Troutman, 13. Andrews, 13. Conklin, 11. Hawkinson, 10. Jonnu, 10. All those tight ends got over 10 points. That's pretty insane. Not too many weeks is this happening. This is crazy. Let's see. Is there any big names who just totally fluked us? Let's see.
Zach Ertz?
He scored a touchdown. So okay. He could be in like 0.
So he's like, what, 13?
Let's see. Yeah, no big names thrown down like 0. Kincaid, 4 points. Not the best. Knox 5. Ferguson 6. Ooh, 3 for 28. Ooh, where you Ferguson people at?
Those are Niners.
Ertz got 9. He had the touchdown, but still to only get to like 9 points with getting a touchdown, not really that well. But yeah, if you played him, you're not super pissed about that.
Nope.
All right.
Did we miss the Josh Dobbs injury?
What's that?
Did we miss a Josh Dobbs injury when we were doing the injuries? I just thought of that right now.
I don't know. Did he get injured?
Could have swore he got hurt like at the very end of that game.
I don't know. All right, we're gonna do the team defense, studs and duds next. So if you guys play in leagues with team defense, hang around for that. And if you play in leagues with IDP, go be on the lookout for the IDP. We're just gonna combine all of those into one video, and we're just gonna do a full IDP breakdown of every position. And yeah, make sure you go subscribe to the audio podcast, Fantasy Football Hustler. Let's get it. And we're going to jump over to the team defense. And here we go. What up? What up? Fantasy Football Hustler back at you. We are breaking down the team defense studs and duds for week 5. Make sure if it's your first time here, smash that subscribe button and make sure you turn on all the notifications, because if you're watching this video, you need to be here for the Tuesday waiver wire defensive streamers, the waiver wire pickups and streamers. And I don't know your scoring system, but this is sleeper default. New Orleans, number 1 this week, killing it with 24 points. Steelers coming back with 21 points. Jets with 19, San Fran and the Bengals. What? Both with 17 points over there. There goes Bogey in the house. A lot of teams getting over 10 points. Let's see. Who are the real big duds on the week, though, that everyone thought? If you guys have New England, drop them already. Drop them. I'm sure they're still rostered. Drop New England. The Titans were the if you dare. Ooh, man, they did not fare so well. 2 points. The Texans, 6 points. Not horrible. The Lions got 8. That was who one of the teams we shouted out. The Dolphins, they were the one. They got 12 this past week. Real ugly all around for most defenses, but the cream rose to the top for what? How many? 2, 4, 6, 8. For 10 of those teams, the cream was rising to the top, over 10 points for those. All right, but that is all the time that we are going to spend on team defense.
Oh, no, we got one. Back the truck up on the Cowboys defense.
Oh,
man. Damn, they suck. The
Cowboys.
The defense for fantasy.
0 points. 0 points. Man, if you started the Cowboys, sorry, probably didn't win. Washington, there's another team. You started Washington. Probably didn't win your matchup.
Houston probably didn't even do it for us either, huh?
He got 6. They got 6 points.
Okay.
So not horrible, but yeah, Miami, that was the best one out of
the streamings.
Yep, they got 12 points over there.
There you go.
All right. Well, we're going to get over to the IDP and let's get down to the IDP and we're going to do each. We're just going to do each section. I'm going to make this one video now for the IDP instead of 3. I think it'll be better. And mark this down.
I got to make a call for some trade pretty soon here.
Uh-oh. All right, here we go. Let's get into the IDP video for you IDP freaks. What up, Tino? He said, y'all back this one live. We are live. We are live. Damn it. Derek said Houston gave me 1 in my work league. That sucks. And Marco, the kicker video will always be just all the way tucked in at the end, and it'll be like 2 minutes, just a very, very last part of everything. And Down Max has started Washington this week, but got lucky with the RBs. Nice, nice. All right, let's get over to the IDP. What up, what up? Fantasy Football Hustler back at you.
What's happening? Bill Bogard a check.
And we're bringing another IDP video for you IDP freaks. We are talking studs and duds. We are talking every single position. We're going to just start combining them into one video now. So we're starting with the DLs first. Let's get over here to the DLs, and then we're going to break down the LBs second and then the DBs third. And we're starting off with Epineza from the Buffalo Bills. Man, in absence of a few guys, he's been killing it. Like out there this week, 30. Last week, he only had 3. The week before that, it was huge against Washington. They're going up against the Giants this next week, and everybody gets sacks on the Giants, so might be a good week.
That was like 2 weeks. How long ago was that with the Bill? Was that week 3?
It was 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Yep. Oh, man. So this Zach Zeiler, I remember in week 1, talked about him a little bit, but then he's only got single digits since then. But he played the Giants, 2 sacks. They got Carolina this week, but you really just got to start everybody versus the Giants on your defensive line. And look at Trey Hendrickson out there. And he's been killing it the last 3 weeks. And he's really only had 1 off week, and that's it. Baltimore is the only game where he didn't have at least half a sack. Other than that, he's had at least half a sack in every single game this year.
He's looking like the 2021 him.
He's killing it right now. And who do they got next? They got Seattle, and then the bye, and then San Fran, then Buffalo, then Houston. So maybe not the best games after the bye, but let's see if he can keep this trend going against Seattle. TJ Watt, of course, he's always in the mix for one of the top players. Ed Oliver, man, he killed it. He's been killing it. I mean, really, he's only had 1 game below double digits this year if you play an IDP 1, 2, 3. And that was the only game where he didn't put up at least half a sack. Aiden Hutchinson's been killing it, though.
He's the truth.
Yeah, week 3, 4, and 5, he's just been on it. And really only had 1 game below double digits this entire season.
I mean, last year, 8 sacks and a pick. Like, you know, he's that's more than flashing. You know what I mean? So I'm glad that he's just pacing as fuck to be one of the better DLs or DL eligible guys this year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he has 4.5 sacks so far, and we're like little less than a third into the season right now.
Yeah, he's going double digits for sure.
Oh yeah, let's see. Montez Sweat killing it versus Chicago, a sack and a half. He was just wrecking shop out there. They got ATL next week. I'm going to be excited to roll him out there again. And then they got the Giants after that as well. So this could be 2 weeks of wrecking havoc for Montez Sweat. Jalen Carter cracking 25 points, 2 sacks. A lot of tackles out there, killing it.
Yeah, it's another team too. The Rams, start your guys against them. Stafford takes sacks to the ass. Sam the Wolf Howell takes sacks to the ass. Danny Dumbass. Like, you follow these guys around, you should be all right.
Yep. And then let's see, Nick Bonito with the 22.
Pour it up.
Hell yeah. He's killing it out there. Got 2 sacks. 4.5 sacks just in the last 2 games combined. You got KC, Green Bay. I mean, that's going to be a good one. Damn, they got KC 2 out of the next 3 games. That is the Denver Broncos. They're about to get smacked up. Man, I don't feel good for them.
I like it for fantasy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right? Like those could be high scoring games for real.
Leonard Floyd, 21. Carl Granderson, 21. This young kid, Dante Stills, they were talking about him a bunch. I want to see what his snap.
How many skills he got? Is that what you're looking up? How much skills he got? Dante skills.
Stills.
Oh man, I liked it better when I thought you said skills.
But so he's been okay. So pretty much they got like a 5-man rotation over there at defensive tackle is what it is. So I'm guessing they run 2 DTs all the time. He got over 50%. There's only a couple guys who are getting like over 50% every now and again. It seems like he's a guy hovering right around 50% of the snaps. This is the first game that he really got off. He had a shitload of tackles. He had the big sack as well. But that's just someone to throw on the radar.
Who is this Rudy Poo?
Pretty solid, though. Pretty solid. And let me see here.
Who is that guy again? And what team?
He plays on the Arizona Cardinals.
Okay, because that'll help. Because we got to put that in the repertoire. I know a lot of times people don't know what teams these guys are on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I threw it up there on the screen. You just weren't looking at the screen.
Well, you can put the audio.
Oh, yeah, for the audio. Yeah, for sure. So he's on the Arizona Cardinals. He's a rook. He's a rook, and he plays defensive.
We should expect him to get more work.
He's number
regime guy.
He's number 55. All right.
Yeah.
Now let's
in that new regime.
Let's jump over to the linebackers here. Everybody's favorite position for IDP, I'm sure. A little bit top heavier in the DLs, but the guys leading the charge over here, Fred Warner and Quincy Williams, both with 34 points.
Scott.
Fred Warner had the INT. Both guys had a sack. Quincy had multiple sacks. Both guys had forced fumbles each, and great game.
Let's fucking go.
Highest scores in the linebackers, right above TJ Watt and right above Mr. Ernest Jones. Man, this guy has been killing it. A lot of people don't even know who the hell Ernest Jones is, but for anyone who's been following this show, you guys know who he is, and literally only has one game where he didn't score 19 or more. Last 3 weeks, all over 20 points. This week versus Philly, 31 points, 15 combined tackles. Man, he's killing it.
Yep.
He's killing it.
Love Ernest Jones, man. I got a quick Ernest Jones story. We were doing the startup for the League 7. And it was one of those ones like, fuck, I accidentally fat thumbed something. Because I had Ernest Jones queued, but I didn't want to get him yet.
Yeah.
And I go, can you remove that pick for me? Like, yeah, I got you. And then I picked up the black Josh Allen, right? But then later on, I want to go get Ernest Jones. Someone grabbed him, and I was hot. Because I was like, fuck. Then he tore his ACL that year. I'm like, okay, it's all good. Then he came back, and ever since he's came back, man. I mean, this is a year removed from the ACL this year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Killing it.
Bobby Okereke. Talk about killing it. Double-digit tackles each of the last 2 weeks. Over 20 points each of the last 2 weeks. Got an INT.
They're always on the field. That defense.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Gotta love that. Teams defend leads by running the ball against them. Fucking love it.
Top 5 there. Oh, man. Peacock, my bad. Didn't see that. Hunter Henry Goosen in the tight end.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. The question for the Vin Master said, should I trade Mixon and Lockett for Stevenson and Amari?
No.
And Brady AZ, he said, would you trade A-Chain for a 24 first and third? Probably.
Yeah, if I'm in a rebuilding mode, I'd do that. Man, but you know what, too? He is so shiny. You could probably get a young player in that mix, too. I want a 1, a 3, and a player, or maybe a 1 and like a good player. Like you could do that. A-Chain's that shiny right now.
Yeah. And if I could buy him for a first and a third, I'd do that in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Why not?
All right. We got CJ Mosley coming up next here. 26 points, 13 total tackles, killing it.
It's a bad boy.
Hell yeah. Jermaine Pratt, 26 points.
Shit, he was making plays all day.
Bentley, man, left early, still 25 points.
Come on. I love, Jawan Bentley's the only Jawan that we don't call Jawan a man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He deserves a little
He's
respect.
a big Bentley.
Yeah. He'll eat us alive.
He would.
Quan Alexander
doing his thing.
Cracking 20 for the
The
first
old
time.
man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they've been dying for a veteran linebacker. Every year they bring someone in, they never pan out. From Miles Jack to fucking even Cole Holcomb's not really panning out. But Quan Alexander was that late off-season acquisition that he's getting right in there.
Terrell Bernard killing it. Greenlaw killing it.
Wow.
Hassan Reddick killing it.
Let's go. He's back.
Jerome Baker, TJ Edwards killing it.
Look at Jerome Baker in the mix. Finally.
We need him. We need him there. First game over 11 points.
Let's go.
Big time game though. He had a sack and a half. We need more out of that. Need more of that.
Vic Fangio, let's go.
Cole Holcomb, Nick Benito, Zaire Franklin, Aziz Al-Shair, Roquan, Leonard Floyd.
Hey, my man Al-Shair has been killing it the last 2 weeks for real.
Yeah.
Killing it, bro.
Hell yeah. Yeah, we had Kaiser White, 19.
There you
Blake
go.
Cashman, 19, so he's still out there. H2O, 18.
What did Morrow do for everyone that chased the Morrow from last week?
I don't think he did that good. Let's see.
I could have swore he got a pick, but I think that might have been all he did.
You got 11 points. No pick.
Okay. Was it a sack? It was a sack.
No, it was tackles.
No, wow. Okay. Nice floor there.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
There you go. There you have it for our top heavy LBs over here. And we're going to get right into the DBs now. All right.
I'm at Terrell Bernard, though, man. Let's go.
Been killing it. All right. We're going to get in the DBs. Sometimes we get some unfamiliar faces here. Greg Stroman, putting him on the map. INT, 7 total tackles, had a sack as well. They have a lot of nobody out there in the secondary for the Bears. So that's who he plays for as a DB for the Bears. I don't know if he's worth picking up, but he should be on your radar now.
There were so many injuries. It's going to be hard to because they could just bring a guy back and he falls in the depth chart unless he's earning his keep right here.
Yeah. We got Kyvon Wallace for the Arizona Cardinals, DB. Double-digit points every single week, and they threw down 28 points this week at an INT.
He's a corner. Is he opposite of Clark? What?
Hold on.
It's always interesting to see how who they were picking on. I feel like they were picking on him because he had a shitload of talent.
He's a safety.
Oh, okay. So he's the Buda Baker replacement.
Yeah.
For the year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
there
shit.
You go. Yeah. I mean, he's been doing solid. Nothing but double-digit points all season.
Pick him up.
He's been killing it.
Pick him up.
Took us all those sections before he did that. Man, slacking on that.
And it's did I just give my cards away? I'm like, that's the guy I target this week.
Darius Williams. Oh, man, back-to-back. Insane games. This one versus Buffalo. Had an INT and a forced fumble. 7 total tackles. That's his high on the season.
He was a bad motherfucker with the Rams a couple years ago. And he was with them for a good stretch. And then I think he did a little small stint with the Jets last year. But yeah, he's been doing this everywhere he's at. He's not a joke.
Yeah,
I mean he's a good corner.
Roger McCreary. So after that big 0 in week 1, he's only thrown down double-digit points every single week. 25 points this past week. Jalen Pitre. There we go. Welcome back. Welcome back. Fumble recovery and double-digit tackles. McDuffie, he's been killing it for KC, double-digit points all but 1 week, and then 24 points this past week. And Snead still threw down 20-plus points. Finally, can we do that more often, Snead, just so we don't have to worry about starting you or sitting you? We just start you every week?
I still had to start him everywhere I could. I tried to sit him for Rudy Ford. I saw that Q tag. I was like, no, never mind.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
A lot of solid DBs this week. make sure that you guys are here when we break down the waivers. We do waivers every single week as well for IDP positions. That is always going to be a big time one. All right. Yeah, if it's your first time here, if you found us, if it's your first time here and you found us searching IDP on YouTube, smash that subscribe button because like nobody really brings IDP videos like we do. And so make sure you hang around, smash that subscribe button, turn on the notifications, go subscribe to the audio podcast as well, Fantasy Football Hustler and Bogard for the IDP peeps. Let them know what you got going on.
Just tune into the Dr. Bogey segments. Hopefully we won't have our star LBs and DBs and DLs, etc. on those lists. But yeah, and check out all the new music. Bogard Scott free. Search me on Spotify. I'm all over the place. Let's go.
There we go. And for everyone watching live, we got one more section here. And Stranger said Pratt has been really impressing me this year, especially how often I see him trying to strip balls. Yeah, it's been awesome to see because for
even Logan Wilson, bro, don't go across that middle.
Yeah, been killing it. And Marco said Ain't Zone scored a bunch of points on my bench. Yeah, it's a little rough.
He's almost a guy I can't not start, to be honest, bro.
It goes in waves. It goes in waves with him because he had some whatever games, but then now he comes back with a 20-point game, and it's like, all right.
And what's going on with Jack Campbell? Because he was like showing up here and there, and then he's just gone again.
Yeah,
like what happened? Like I felt like they were trying to get him in the mix.
And that's when Anal Zone kind of steps it up. I mean, week 3 and 4, he only had 20 points combined in both those weeks. But week 5 he comes back 21 points total. And yeah, it's looking like we need to start him every week again.
Let's go.
And Joe, he said, I think if you click share and copy the link, it counts as a share. Okay. He said you don't even have to do anything else. Okay, I like it. So everybody do that. Make sure you click the share button and copy the link. And then, yeah, we just get more. We need to get more and more people watching the show. And don't worry, we're going to turn you guys into degenerates anyways, where you don't care so much about one specific league because you're in like 30 leagues. Yeah. All right. We got one more section that we are mandated to do.
No, we're not.
Let's get into the
kickers, goddammit.
Let's get into the kicker section. What up, Fantasy Football Hustler, back at you.
And it is I, Nigel. Nigel the boot.
The leg.
The leg, goddammit. I knew I slaughtered. I was like, that's not right.
If it is your first time here and you found us because you were searching for kicker videos, hat tip to you. Hit the subscribe button, turn on all notifications. And here goes your top kickers of the week. Greg the leg, the other leg, the American leg. 5 for 5. Oh, man. 2 extra points as well. Anybody who had the balls to start Greg the leg against Denver, hat tip. Because he hasn't been that good.
Yeah, because they don't get in the scoring. They don't get in the field goal position like you would want.
Yeah. And then you got Santos for the Bears. Fairbairn for the Texans. You got the Saints kicker. You got the Bengals kicker.
You didn't even want to say their names?
Nah, they don't even need it.
You're right. Fuck them.
Yeah, it doesn't. Their names don't even matter. You guys just really care about the teams that they play for, anyways. Lot of kickers in double digits, and I think that's because there was so much like lack of scoring like this week. I mean, if you watched the running back videos, running back scoring was very low this week. Kicker points look very high this week. Correlation, yeah, running backs. Put that shit, hit pay dirt. We don't want to be talking about this many kickers. All right, there we go.
We did it.
There's your kicker content.
Stop playing in kicker leagues. Stop playing in things where you need to rely on some sort of luck. You can't tell me you're some kind of fucking aeronautic master and you're like 60-degree wind trajectory and yes, we're starting this kicker. No, and fuck all that.
Make sure if you found this video on the upload, go watch all the other positional videos as well, because we broke down every single position, including the IDP. Go check out IDP. Appreciate you guys. And we got one question here before we bounce from something. Fat Singlam said, should I trade Gibbs and Josh Palmer for Olave? 12 man.
Yep.
Yeah, but kind of blah on both sides of the trade here.
I mean, unless you can convince me that Gibbs is going to eventually be a thing, and then Palmer is going to be like a startable asset on a week-to-week basis. Otherwise, I'll take Olave, bro.
Yeah, not banking on it, so I'm with that. Go get you some Olave. And we are getting out of here. Make sure you go subscribe to the audio version of the podcast Fantasy Football Hustler on Apple, on Spotify. Leave us a 5-star review. We will read out your review on one of these shows that we do here live. And every single morning, we're live 7 a.m. West Coast time, 10 Eastern. We got all the watch parties for all the games. So Monday Night Football. We got tonight, no FNT today, but we'll be back for Monday Night Football. And
we did FNT.
Well, yeah, we did FNT. Yeah. But we won't be doing it at 1 o'clock. That's what I mean. And tomorrow, waivers, big day. So if you found us here for the Overreaction Monday, better be back for Waiver Wire Tuesday. And Bogey, remind everybody what you got going on.
Man, just check me out on the aforementioned Spotify and Apple, all that shit. Just search Bogard Scott for you. Check out all the new bangers.
There we go. And we're out. We'll see you back for Monday Night Football. Peace.
Peace.
Are you ready, Jerry?
I'm ready.
Just want to make sure you're ready, brother. Show me the money.
Oh, you didn't know?
Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
Put my shoes on, you wouldn't last a mile. Summertime, wintertime, I'm on the grind. Yeah, I got the ring, I'm the champ, I'm the genie of the lamp.
This is the gift I was given, so I just live by my hustle.
My pocket, it don't make sense, but don't make a profit. So I hustle, ladies and homies. Make money, money.
Hold out here for a pill. Ready tryna get this money for the real.
I want to find a thing to save my life. So I hustle.
It ain't over for me. No, it ain't over for me.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Money! Show me the money!
Okay, let's go smoke that joint.